Hello, everyone, and right, I shifted my chair a bit. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shiny Hunting. Today, we're going to be getting back to our living shiny decks. So, I still haven't finished purging all of the Froakie eggs, the extra Froakie eggs that I collected in preparation for the massive hatching spree that we ended up not really needing to hatch too many eggs of. So I decided I could just go over to my Scarlet version and finish getting the version exclusives in Scarlet until I finish hatching all the rest of the eggs. And we already have the Shiny Noibat family for the Living Shiny decks, John Pierce. We've already got that shiny. Yeah, I'm debating if I'm even gonna be shiny hunting the Gimmighoul. Shiny hunting it, but yeah, I've heard they're very easy raids. But how are you doing, Ruby? How are you doing, Blorb? I have not gotten the shiny Gimmighoul yet. I'll probably be working on that off stream because I'll be real. Doing those live would not really be the most fun because it's just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and I would get fairly, mind-numbed very quickly. Hey, Toxic, how you doing? Again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. We already got Shiny Noibat, John. We hunted that probably a few months ago, actually, all things considered. So right now, what we're doing is we are looking for the Scarlet exclusives. And those include Larvitar, which is something I would very much prefer to get now, because I want to get the exclusives. Of course, you are you're also spawning Diglett, or well, Dugtrio. Okay, so we are there. We go. There's Larvitar. Okay. Shiny Larvitar is what we are looking to. But, the windmills. Do you enjoy these exams? I have no idea what you mean by that. Apparently to meet odds, you can go... Yeah. Yeah, it's... Remember, the odds of getting the Gimmighoul are a little under normal shiny odds. So it's like, you do not have a very good chance of getting the Gimmighoul shiny. So it's quite a thing. It's quite a thing to hunt. Yeah, they are. The Gimmighoul raids, they're not affected by your shiny charm. So it's not exactly a good shiny. That is one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons I'm not going to be hunting it live on stream, is just the sheer number of Gimmighoul raids it would take to, equate odds would just not be enjoyable for really anyone here. Hey, Chloe, how you doing? Glad I put effort into such a low quality. I mean, it's not really even, the low quality shiny. I really don't care what shinies look like. It's more so a thing of... I just wouldn't want to do it live because it just wouldn't really be fun. Come on. Right. I know there's a space in here you can actually set up a picnic. I've done it before. What are your thoughts on the Monday? No idea what that is. You guys gotta remember, I'm not really the most up-to-date on meme things. Yeah, probably would be best if I just did a rock-type sandwich. Yeah, Larvitar is not exactly an easy thing to hunt for, because it only appears in caves. And there's not a whole lot of areas in caves you could just picnic reset. But yeah, it probably would be best if I just did rock sandwiches for these. Yeah. Rock sandwiches would probably be the ideal way of hunting this thing. Yeah, rock sandwiches would be... There we go. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, what we'll do is we'll do rock-type sandwiches in here. The only annoying thing is... it could be in the walls. Spot east of here. Hey, 501st. One of the mods go grab 501st's link, but how are you guys doing today? And again, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'm not actually doing a Larvitar outbreak. I'm just basically doing a regular thing. So, where would you say a good place to encounter Larvitar is? Because I actually don't know where a good spot to encounter them is. I actually don't know where they are. Hey, Ranger Blaze! You were in the right cave before. Really? I mean, I don't know where that spot is. Zeddy! How you doing, Zed? Hi, Zed. How is Zed? How is Zed? One of the mods go grab Zed's link. You have to find the part with the NPC in the back of it, and we'll just auto battle. Okay, so which of these spots is that point? Because like that's the thing is I don't know where that is. Like I don't know where, like, what spot of this place it is. See that corner next to Tag Tree? Right here? So one of these three on the side of Tag Tree? Lag Tree Thicket, or Lag Tree Forest? Well, the good thing is once we find it, I can just basically go in there over and over and over again. And just reset. Because right now what I'm doing is I've saved before making this sandwich, which is what I do with all my sandwiches. So if we don't get the shiny, I can just reset and I don't lose anything. So this one. Hey, Wolf. So it's Overlord. Oh, okay. So it's the other one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you should just DM me the map. It'll probably be easier. It'll probably just be easier if you DM me the thing. So it's this one. So it's the one on top, or is it like right here? Yeah, again, I haven't actually hunted this thing before. At least I think actually I hunted Larvitar once previously, but I didn't like go through the entire thing. Okay, so is it this one? Because there's the NPC here. This is the cave with the NPC. Zed, the most stacked boxes is SVG, LT. Let me check. Okay, so it's that one. Okay, but is it where is the spot in here? Yeah, Doug Trio. Yeah, I think it might. Yeah, I should just make a rock sandwich, not a. I should just make a rock type sandwich. I shouldn't make a ground one. With pranksters, some throwaway status conditions. I mean, that's kind of why I say go with Murkrow, because Murkrow's got Thunderwave. One of the mods go grab Zeddy's link, please. Thank you very much for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. Also, guys, again, if you haven't done so, yeah, Larvitar's rock ground. A lot of people forget it's part that because when you evolve it, it goes into rock dark. So rock is bacon. Do I have any bacon? Like 1 mile with prankster. Yeah, that's that. Oh, let's see my stack. Scarlet ballots. Sure, Ranger. Not really sure what you mean by that. What do you mean that, dude? I said, that's why I said support thing of just Murkrow, because status. By the way. Ingredients. Do I have any bacon? I do not have any bacon. Okay, we need to go get some bacon. I was not expecting Dugtrio to be everywhere. They're literally everywhere and anywhere. I mean, it's a fairly hard place to describe, honestly, because there's so many different tunnels under there. It's not an easy thing. There's so many tunnels. Okay, let's go grab some bacon, and then we'll use the bacon to make the sandwich. Because I do not want to have to deal with all the rock types. Granted, I'll probably be running into Glimmora or Glimmet, but I'd rather run into Glimmet than... I hate that whenever you go in these stores, it will set your camera one direction. Then when you leave, if you walk in, it will reverse your camera from the way it was before. So it's like, every time it just ends poorly. I hate these. It is very counterintuitive. Okay. Let's go back here. Hey, Midnight. In the right spot. For me, left, okay. Plenty of bacon. Bacon is always delicious. Bacon is delicious. Yeah, I just needed the right sandwich for it, though, is the thing. We were getting too many ground types for my liking. So I wanted to go with the rock sandwich. Because the other thing is, I still need to hunt for shiny... shiny Roly-Coly family. Which is also rock type, so I can use that sandwich in conjunction. I can use a rock sandwich in conjunction with the Larvitar hunt, and then the hunt for the Roly-Coly family. Okay, now let's try this. There we go. Now let's try hunting this thing here. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully this works. Should work at least. It's gonna be go creative mode, tomato, onion, green pepper, 2 things of bacon, and then 2 things of Herba Mystica. Thank you for the lurk, Daddy. Thank you for the lurks. Let's go. I do love how bacon is just bricks. Because the thing is, that's what bacon actually comes like. The bacon we buy from stores is like pre-sliced bacon. Normally this is what bacon looks like, this literal brick, which is awesome. It is a literal brick of bacon. I would love to have a brick of bacon, because it is delicious. Drop that there, and pick goes through the bacon. But yeah, it's gonna look good. Bacon, I mean, bacon is delicious. Like, bacon is honestly delicious. So, also, you guys may or may not have noticed, I've actually lowered my chair a little bit. Because, one annoying thing is that the arms of my chair, when I sit in the chair, will impact my desk. And so I was like, okay, I'll just lower my chair just enough that the arm of the chair will slide under the top of the desk. I'm a little bit lower on the thing, but I can kind of correct for that with the face cam, which is fine. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, now let's get hunting the actual thing. Now let's get hunting the Larvitar. Okay. I am hoping we get it here. I know there's a certain spot where... I don't remember the exact positioning you need to be in. But it's like... You can be right here, and then like the Pokemon lilies like pop out of the wall. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we can just send him to attack there. And then we can just try to get the shiny this way. But I don't know if it's going to actually work that way. Yeah. Yeah, it's not working. It's not appearing. Yeah, they're not appearing. Go to the back of the path that works, but... Well, the thing is, like, back of the path could have two meanings. Like, the way we came in... Yeah, the cave hunt is very awkward. It is a very, very awkward hunt. I don't know where that spot is. Where you can basically just sit there and they'll come out of the wall. Path to the right. Okay. Ah, there it is. That's where it is. So, like, back here is where they started coming out. There we go. There we go. There's the spot. That's the spot right here. Okay. There we go. So it's like right here. Is this the right spot? There's not enough space. I know it's a spot like right around here. Where they basically just keep coming out of the wall. I know there's some over there, which could be also the problem. Okay. So we found about the right thing. Oh, I could also probably just... I guess I could also probably set up the picnic thing here. Oh! Oh, that's also an idea. That's also an idea. How did I not think of that beforehand? I can just make the picnic here. I can just do this. I can just set up the picnic here. Okay. There we go. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's how it works. Okay. So that's how it worked. We just need to get a little bit closer. Well, I mean, I guess I could just go there. So it's got to get closer to the guy. There we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. Okay. Okay, that's working. There we go. Hey, Kayla, how you doing? There we go. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. This is fun. This is just sit back and shiny hunt. Yeah, they only come out of the wall when I'm over here. So it's like there is definitely a maximum cap. Actually. Right. I remember we discovered a while ago. Iron Leaves has one of the fastest movement speeds. So I guess maybe it would be a good idea to have Iron Leaves be the one doing this. Yeah. Iron Leaves' movement speed is very fast. So it might be a better idea to have Iron Leaves go for the attack. Go. Iron Leaves. Attack. Iron Leaves attack. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's the way it works. Okay. Okay, that works. Yeah, so Larvitar's shiny looks... It's much more vibrant green, I guess, is the best way of phrasing it. It's a very... It's a more vibrant green. So we just gotta look for that. This is silly. This is actually just silly. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't patch this out. Well, they haven't patched this out yet. I think it's probably a hard thing to actually patch out, so it kind of makes sense. Four things up in the corner with no escape. No escape. Well, the good thing is that we do have at least have like a decent amount of distance. We have a decent distance. It's a shame that we can't just get rid of that NPC. It's a shame the NPC has still got to stay there, because otherwise we could just... But also, we could just go up here instead of a picnic. Okay. Hello, Yodaman, how you doing? Come on, the mods, go grab Yodaman's link. Yeah, we got to get back here. Yeah. Go back here, that's when they start coming out of the wall. That's when they start coming out of the wall. It just lets them just slide down. Like they're sliding out of a cave that opens right there. I don't know why it amuses me so much. Anytime a creator comes into the channel, we like to give a shout out. They're in the walls! When the rocks start talking Larvitar, you know you're screwed. The walls are speaking. When the walls start speaking Johto. The walls are speaking Johto. Yeah, it's like, I enjoy this. I enjoy this. Granted, it's not the most interactive, I will say, form of shiny hunting. But it is definitely what I would think is probably the most comedic form of shiny hunting. Because it's just, you go over here and you wait. It's literally just sit here and wait. Well, technically, they're rock lizards. So it's like, it kind of makes sense that it's made of rock lizards. So does that mean that their scales are made of rocks? Well, that their scales are made of cave? Or is the cave made of flesh? So it's a conundrum. It's like the whole like joke with the Regice in the ice cave in Johto. Is the cave ice or is the cave made of flesh? Different pattern on the ground stand there. I don't know the other place where this is. This is the only way that I know of doing this. So it's like, I'm going with the way that I know. Blip, 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 blip. I have a sandwich horn, right? Can I press pocket power? Yeah. I have my powers going. I do have my powers going. Nope, no Larvitar. I do wish it was easier to wipe out everything quickly, but I get why it's, you know, not the fastest in the world for hunting. I mean, this is more of an engine exploit than, like, actually something that's intended. So it's not really the best way. It's not really, like, an intended thing. Okay, the thing is, Ruby, saying there is not really helpful because specifically there is a delay. You know, it's one of those things where I don't know what you are saying as here, what you're seeing when you're saying here. So it kind of doesn't work. You. Why are you not doing anything? Why are you standing there doing nothing? Look at the different pattern on the ground of the time there. Well, the thing is, you can't picnic near the guy. You can't picnic near the guy. It just doesn't let you. Unless it's like, for some reason, it bypasses his whole thing. Fish Islands. The DLC, the trailer. Yeah, the DLC looks fun. The DLC is looking... Also, that is a giant Larvitar. Well, the other thing is that now they're starting to spawn in the wall. So, I won't see them. If they're just spawning out of that one slot right there, then I can see all of them. Whereas if they're in the wall, we could miss the shiny. I like Zebstrika. Oh yeah, Zebstrika is coming back. Zebstrika is coming back. I don't know what I'm really the most excited for about the things. It's like right here. Again, I don't know where this thing is, because again, this is just never done this before. Is that one? That's not, I don't think that's a shiny. I don't think that was a shiny over there. Yeah, no, it's not. Not a shiny. Picnic. Go back from the picnic. Most inefficient way of hunting it. The most inefficient way to hunt. Yeah. I don't mind. Normally, I don't hunt like this when it comes to shinies. But when it comes to like the cave ones, I'm like, I don't enjoy these. I'm doing what I would say is probably the smartest way of hunting them to save my sanity. Yeah. Yeah, send the love to our friend Ash. Queen Forehead. The strike has been unavailable since Gen 5. No, it was in Generation 7. You could bring it into Generation 7. Yeah, Zebstrika was in Gen 7. A lot of Pokemon actually haven't been catchable in-game for a long time either, but a lot of them have been able to just be brought in from things like transferring. There's a lot of Pokemon that haven't been catchable in the game since Generation 5. There's been a lot of them. There we go. There's been a good number of them. Okay. That is... The sun just changing right there. See, like, this is the issue. The spawn distance is also very far away. That's kind of getting close to where the despawn distance is. But I can at the very least make a picnic here. I hate this controller. This controller is very annoying. There we go. Picnic. So now we basically just picnic and delete picnic. Basically just picnic, delete picnic. We are done picnicking. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon other than Zebstrika that have actually not been catchable since Generation 4. So it isn't surprising. And now we wait. There has to be a better place to hunt the Larvitar family. There has to be a better cave to hunt them in. There is no way this is the only way of hunting Larvitar. Wait! I'm stupid! Then again, we knew this already. It's a counterpart. It's a counterpart to Gibble. And Gibble's in the big cave. We can just go to the big cave where we got Gibble and use that spot to hunt for it. I am a complete idiot. So we just gotta head straight south. Hopefully we do not find a shiny Rockruff in the time it takes us to get there. So yeah, we'll just go to the big cave. We'll just go to, oh, also Nappa. We need to find shiny hunt Nappa again. Gibble is indeed adorable. We love Gibble. Yeah. We could just go to the cave where we find Gibble in Violet and see if it also appears there. Because again, it's a counterpart. It appears in the same spot. And thankfully, unlike with Gibble, we won't get spawn interference. So like this is the smarter play. This is me going from big dumb to kind of smart play. Yeah. Yeah, this is the better way of hunting Larvitar. It's a much bigger open area. I can move around so much more freely. Yeah, this is the clear better way of doing this. This is by far better. Yeah, this is the way. This is the way to hunt the Larvitar. Wait, Gibble's not exclusive? Oh, I can also find Pupitar as well. Yeah, it's not quite as concentrated as the other one is, but I'm more engaged when it's not just sitting in the one damn spot. Yeah, this is by far the better way of doing it. This is by far the better way of hunting it here. Yeah, it's a I guess the counterpart to Gibble. Bagon. Because Bagon appears here. But like, same thing. Yeah, this is the better way of hunting it. Oh, you didn't have to. We always do Zeddy. We love Zeddy. Zeddy is good friend. We always gotta support the friendies. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Hopefully we can get the Gibble fam. Well, not the Gibble. Hopefully we can get the family here. Hopefully we can get Larvitar. But yeah, that's a good way. You didn't miss anything so far, Stephanie. You haven't missed anything so far. Gibble is adorable. I love the first stages of most of the pseudo-legendaries. Like, Gibble, Bagon, Larvitar, all the little stubby waddle arms are adorable. We love them. They deserve all the head pats. They are precious. Yeah. Also, not running a ground sandwich is beneficial here, because I don't get spawn interference from the freaking Diglett, Dugtrio, and Gibble family. So it was like, this is the ideal way of hunting it. Stubby little waddle arms. They're so adorable. It's like a T-Rex. Little stubby arms. They're little nubs. They're not arms. They're nubs. And they're adorable. Look at the little adorable little baby Godzilla thing. Yeah. This is by far the better way of hunting it. I completely forgot this place existed. I completely forgot about this place. Which is a shame, because it's such a good spot to shiny hunt in. You know, big, open, expansive, you can run around in circles, and use that to just clear out stuff. It's like, this is the better way of doing stuff. By the end of today's stream, I am hoping we, at the bare minimum, have one member of the Gibble family. Not the Gibble family, the Larvitar family. I know you're purple. You, I know, are freaking purple when you're shiny. So we don't need to look out for you too particularly, but like, you're more of a green, you're just more green when you're shiny Larvitar. Okay. Back to Operation Baby Godzilla Hunt. Back to the Baby Godzilla Hunt. The hunt is on. Alright, not seeing... So also the good thing about running that giant circle is that we can continuously deload spawns and then reload new spawns. So that's helpful. Christian, how you doing? Welcome in, Anxious. How are you guys all doing? Yeah, I think we're going to be switching back to our like normal midday stream time. And I am debating if we're going to be dialing it back to just one stream a day. Because, I'll be real. The 2 streams a day, they've been running me freaking ragged lately. You know, I love the streaming. It's so fun. But it's been kind of running me ragged lately. Haven't really been getting as much sleep as much as I would have liked. And they haven't also been doing super well. So we're doing an experiment. This is also so I can experiment, you know, get back into the swing of recording, and you know, just general figuring stuff out, you know, because when the changeover from, you know, the school year in spring into summer when people are coming back from college, you know, school, you know, middle school, elementary school, high school, they're all letting out. There is a massive shift in people's availability to start watching videos again, and it's like, okay, I need to readjust. So this is kind of the gray area of figuring out what in the hell we're doing going forward for now. So Matt Twiggy for the first time. Really? You met Twiggy for the first time. Fascinating. I'm good, needed a break, so I put nice, very nice, Anxious. Glad to have you here. So, speaking of everyone in chill, how are all of you guys doing today? You know, thoughts and responses on the DLC trailer announcement from yesterday. You guys been playing competitive Pokemon anyhow? Because I've been trying to get back to planning my Regulation D team. And I think the thing about Regulation D I'm looking forward to the most is just seeing, will people even still be running, you know, Paradox as much? Because, I mean, obviously, the Paradox is still going to be run. Also, wow. Freaking Pupitar Central over here. Yeah, basically we're just going to make giant loops. So, like, just make loops. That's the goal. That's amazing. Like, I only knew this place from Spawn Interference, Gibble, Spawn Interference, Ground and Dragon. Seeing, like, yeah, no, it's just all Larvitar. That's so amazing. Well, not, the static spawns are obviously still static spawns, so, like, you can't get around those. But, like, I did not expect there to be this many Larvitar here. Like, freaking heck, there's so many of them. Not only is it an easy hunt, but it's going to be a much faster hunt than I anticipated. Which, again, is not a bad thing. Because I would love to get a shiny Tyranitar for my competitive teams. I am waiting for Excadrill to come back so I can break out the old Hyper Offense Sand Blaster teams. That is what I'm looking forward to the most. Granted, Excadrill, I don't think is in the first DLC Pokedex expansion, so I'll have to wait and see for the, it's not the Teal Mask, the second air, the Indigo thing, for if my beloved Excadrill is making its comeback. Because I'm a fan of my Sand Hyper Offense. Some may say it's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. But that is precisely why I love my Hyper Offense Sand teams. There is very little more satisfying than going in with an Excadrill and just blasting things. You know, Iron Head Bonk, you know, Tyranitar doing its Tyranitar things. It's just, there's a degree of satisfaction you get from, using Pokemon that are archetypally slow typings, and then just using them to brute force hyper offense your way through literally everything in existence. So yeah, it's fun. But I mean, again, that's not to say I don't enjoy not using them. One of my favorite things to do with every new gen is I like experimenting with the new Pokemon that were added and, not having my old standbys. So I have to, get creative, have to, get alternating things and, try some new shenanigans. But I do really like using my Tyranitar. Because it's very difficult to use Tyranitar without using something like Excadrill alongside it. Because Tyranitar is a fantastic Pokemon doubles-wise. The issue is, the Sand teams are not very good this gen. If you're using, like, Sandrush, using Sandrush Lycanroc is good. But it's got the same offensive profile stat-wise, well, the same offensive profile typing-wise as pretty much Tyranitar. That's the main reason you want Excadrill, is that Excadrill is also a big Sand beneficiary, but it just isn't Rock. So it does more beyond just simply the same sort of thing that Tyranitar does. It shares a couple weaknesses with Tyranitar, but it also shares a very different offensive profile. Aw, look at the little Larvitar splashing around in the water. It's adorable. Even little rock monsters gotta get out of the heat sometimes. Even the little rocky monsters gotta get out of the heat. You try Sandhound. Yeah, Sandhoundstone is one that I did think about, but the main issue with Houndstone is with the continued existence and prominence of Annihilate, the continued existence and prominence of Fluttermane, of Chi-Yu, Houndstone's got a little bit of, complications, I will say. It's definitely not on the the dealing end of hyper offense DPS with Sand, because there's just a lot of things threaten or resist it. That's the main reason why Excadrill was like that's the reason why Excadrill Tyranitar was like that just amazing partnership, because ground hits so many things for just very valuable damage. Steel is one of the best, on its own, the best defensive typing. And with the added prominence of Fairy these days, it rips into Fairy types supremely well. So it's like, there's good of it. I mean, not Excadrill, Houndstone does well against the fighting types that would give Tyranitar a hard time. But when the best fighting type in the arena is also a ghost type, aka Punchy Monkey Annihilate, your whole thing as a fighting type destroyer doesn't really do as well when that fighting type can similarly smack you just as hard as it can smack Tyranitar. So it's a little problematic for Houndstone. Hey Wolf, how you doing? How you doing? Wolf has the fetch of Houndstone. Houndstone is very good. I wouldn't also with Urshifu Dark coming in. I don't think Urshifu Dark is going to be as good in VGC, because it was Urshifu Dark's territory was always singles more than it was doubles. But you never know. With Fluttermane doing Fluttermane things, it could see a rise, and it could see a resurgence. Though it could also depend on, when, of course, Tyranitar's prominence and everything turns into a great thing. But it's in flux. But I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing the flux that is competitive. Honestly, Empoleon is what else. Empoleon was actually my first starter. So, for those who don't know, my first game I ever played, first Pokemon game I ever played, actually played, was Diamond. My first starter was Piplup. Now, amusing if you think about it, that I've mentioned before, my favorite starter for is not Empoleon. My favorite starter in Sinnoh isn't even Empoleon. That's Infernape. Empoleon is my second favorite starter from Sinnoh, but Yeah, I mean, Empoleon's a really cool Pokemon. It's just, I've not had the best experience with it in a playthrough, because I'm someone who I generally bond with Pokemon through playthroughs, so, using them on a team and going through the story with them. The main issue I've had with Empoleon, it does not learn a lot of good moves at early reasonable levels, and it takes a while to kind of get going. Okay, well that is Sandwiches 1, Shiny 0. So let's go back to this again. It's actually really cool. I do like it. It's got a cool look. Takes half its health. I don't know if it actually is going to lose. Yeah, it's going to have its heart Salt Cure. It's not going to be fun. Water Steel is a great defensive. Yeah, it's a great typing defensively. The only issue Empoleon has is its stats aren't great. It is not very fast. It's not very bulky. It has good special defense, though. It's one of those Pokemon that Scald was very good for. I mean, granted, Water Pledge now exists. Grass Steel is honestly probably say is better. I would say Grass Steel is a better typing. Because you're double weak to fire, but your only other weakness beyond, double weakness to fire is fighting. And when you got Ferrothorn, come at me, bro. You're gonna hit me with your fighting move. You're gonna hit Ferrothorn with a fighting move, which is almost overwhelmingly physical, and take like a quarter of your health in Rocky Helmet Iron Barbs damage. Heckin' nah. Heckin' nah, brah. It's not weak to ice. It's neutrally damaged by ice. Yeah, also, not weak to ice, yeah. It's like, it's such a great typing. It is such a strong typing. Nimble. So now we gotta go back to the cave. We gotta go back to the cave. Well, EVs in defense, special defense, and HP, and I have no idea what that is. I just think about like Rob's favorite Sharpedo. Can't wait until it's shiny hunted. The funny thing is, they actually made a Pokemon in this game that is more annoying to try dodging than Sharpedo was in Sword and Shield. Tauros. Oh, Regieleki. Okay. Yeah, it's generally kind of not a good idea. So wait, is it surviving hits now? Kind of surprised that Regieleki can in any way, shape, or form survive hits. I guess its HP and stats are just at that point where it's enough to take hits when invested, but not enough to take hits when it's not invested. Interesting. Fascinating. But, I mean, the thing is, that's also the reason why they go Sash. So they can put more stats into their offense and speed. Because at that point, if you're, you're proccing Sash anyway, and if you're carrying Sash... If you're already carrying Sash to prevent a one-shot, it isn't worth it to dedicate your effort values to it just the same. Choice Specs Reggie is... I wouldn't say it's crazy. It's like, it's a little bit similar to what Specs Coco used to be. Which, it's kind... Again, I've mentioned this before, and actually I was talking about this when we got our shiny Froakie 2 days ago. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the future paradoxes when Tapu Koko gets re-added into the game. Because right now the main issue that the future paradoxes have is just they're not able to use an actual held item. They need to have the booster energy, or they are dependent on Pincurchin's existence. And if you're carrying Pincurchin on your team, you're generally not doing the best of circumstances. So, getting them to be able to use an actual held item is going to be the biggest boon to those. Because that's the reason why, like, the weather teams you're seeing, it's probably it's more often than not sun. So that way Fluttermane can use an actual held item, like, Life Orb. or Specs, or maybe Sash. It's amazing. Yeah. What are they putting? I know most Regieleki just go Sash anyway, because that's why they go full like full speed, full attack. It really isn't worth defensively investing in Regieleki. Alright, well, let's go. Tasty Max is original. Sparkle Power Rock. The thing is, when you're using open team sheets, surprise factor doesn't work. You gotta remember that. Team sheets kind of completely will decapitate that. The other thing is, when it's a best of 3, even if it's closed team sheets, they see, oh, your Regieleki is bulky. Okay. It's not a powerful Regieleki. So it's like, you lose the surprise factor. The surprise factor does not work as well in a best of 3 when it comes to something like that as surprise factor when it's a specific Pokemon that they're not expecting. That's the whole reason why Seijin Park's Pachirisu was able to work. When they see a Regieleki that doesn't do what Regieleki does, the Regieleki becomes immediately less threatening. And they know not to worry about it, because that's one of the reasons why Regieleki is so good. Also, depending on what happens with Urshifu Water, it will completely bypass Sash regardless. And still take it down. Which is a scary thought. Unless you got like a Storm Drain Gastrodon next to you, which Storm Drain Gastrodon. We love the Gastrodon. Gastrodon is the legendary hero. Wait, everything when you meet. Pretty much. We see it. More or less toxic, yeah. Like, there's definitely times where a surprise factor can definitely pull out a win and actually has in some circumstances. But the issue is when it's something that's as solid as Regieleki. When you're turning something that is one of the most, like, rock-solid things into sort of a cheap surprise, and that surprise takes away what made it so effective, you're not really gaining the benefits that made it so notable in the first place. You know, it's why you don't see something like Special Garchomp, because Special Garchomp loses all of what made Garchomp good, which is its physical stats, which are amazing. So it's a bit of a tightrope to walk. Hey, welcome in. Thank you very much for popping in, Kieran. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Come on, Larvitar. Come on, Larvitar. Just sparkle. We're already over odds for you. The reason I know we are over odds is I have kind of mathematically worked this out beforehand in several previous streams. Every sandwich is, unless you're doing a sandwich and you're doing it over water, so you know you're not hunting something in Castle Royale Lake or in the Paldean Seas, you need to get 13 encounters a minute to hit odds. And we are very much getting more than 13 encounters a minute. So, no, it's 23 encounters a minute, not 13. Yeah, 20, and we're hitting 23 encounters a minute. We are certainly hitting more than 23 a minute. So, we are already pretty significantly over odds. Pretty much the way that I do it for rule of thumb is, if it's 20 minutes, you've hit odds. You know, again, unless it's, you know, over water, which generally will go a bit more than that. You know, I'll go probably into maybe a sandwich and a half, because your encounters are much slower when you're in the water. You're in much slower encounters when it's in the water. Because again, yes, I've worked out the math on this. Remember, I'm a math nerd. I have to maximize and optimize my efficiency to get the most effective ways of hunting. I mean, it was also just like more so just curiosity too, which is the main other thing, is just, I wonder how many encounters I'd have to do in a minute to get it. Freaking Larvitar. Larvitar, where are you, buddy? You have been the centerpiece of my teams for literally years. Come on, game. Give me my precious little Larvitar. Give me the shiny little baby Godzilla family. You know you want to do it, game. You know you want to give me shiny Larvitar. Hey, Andrew. But yeah, when it comes to our next battle stream, though, if I can actually make a solid sand team for the next battle stream, which we're gonna be probably doing the battle streams every Sunday from now on. I think I've decided like every Sunday is gonna be basically just battles with viewers Sunday. And if I can get a good sand team by then, I'll definitely be bringing that. But I'm mostly looking forward to seeing if I can even make a good sand team. Because again, it's very weird getting used to battling without Excadrill on a sand team. So that's kind of like my big awkward thing. Psychic Seeds, Urshifu. Going to wait for the DLC. Nice. Fix what the other thing was. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be good for Regulation D. I'm fairly certain it's just going to be Urshifu. I'm not sure if Psychic Seeds Urshifu is going to be any good. Because again, you kind of want something like that on your Indeedee, unless you're going with a Big Berry Indeedee. But even then, it's like, you still want to keep... Well, then again, with Urshifu, Indeedee will get critted bypassing its defense boosts. So, there is that. So the berry would probably be more beneficial. That remains to be seen. The Indeedee situation is something that could either go... It could go one of probably a dozen different ways with Indeedee. Which is going to be fun, but also not fun, because Indeedee is really good for a lot of reasons. But I have a feeling Gastrodon is coming back. Gastrodon is going to see a big upswing just because it's going to counter Urshifu Water. Well, sort of counter Urshifu Water by just kind of locking out Surging Strikes for a while. Because the person's got to know, as long as that Gastrodon is in play, Surging Strikes has the potential to be bodied. That's crazy. Sand teams without Excadrill are trying to walk. Yeah. Like, I love Excadrill. There's definitely some good sand Pokemon, but like after Sand Excadrill just has been a thing for so long, has been so powerful, so consistent. It's just going to anything else is a downgrade. You know, I'm floundering. Oh, nice. Nice, found a Zarude. Yeah, Zarude is one of those things I'm glad I do not need to worry about in VGC. It is a mythical, and all mythicals are blanket banned from VGC. Except for in Sword and Shield Series 13, but we don't talk about Series 13. Series 13 was a mistake, and it was something the devs did exclusively because they knew no one cared anymore. It was a mistake. It should not have happened. They should not have removed literally every restriction and let in mythicals and let in an infinite number of restrictions. Like, for those who don't know about Series 13, in VGC typically you're only allowed 2 basically box art legendaries. So, you know, only 2 of, you know, say Groudon, Mewtwo, Reshiram, Dialga, Zygarde, Ho-Oh, Lugia, Kyogre, Zacian, you know, only 2 of those you can have on a team. Series 13, Nah, you can make an entire team of restricted legendaries. And you can bring in mythicals. So it's like, oh, no. No, that's too much. That's too much. Made you think me and the British. Not a clue what you mean by that, Ruby. Ignore Grass Pledge. Well, what's gonna use Grass Pledge? Say Rillaboom's restaurant Pokemon. Yeah, the thing is, Rillaboom basically uses the same moves. Well, then again, with no Grassy Glide, its main move is gone. It's probably just gonna be like Woodhammer now. You're not using Grass Pledge on Rillaboom. You're not using Grass Pledge Rillaboom. Rillaboom is not a special attacker. Rillaboom is very physical attacker. It's because people have tried doing that. People tried making Grass Pledge Meowscarada, and it did not work. At all. That's why I was really hoping Sceptile would be coming back soon. Because it's a fast, specially focused grass type. Well, special attacking grass type. That can use Grass Pledge really well. Yeah, Drum Beating, I would say, is probably what... If you're not going to go for Woodhammer, you're probably going to go Drum Beating. Just because Drum Beating is single target speed drop. Which, considering most other speed dropping moves, are spread moves. And that's one of the reasons why things like Defiant users and competitive users are very good. Would actually be a really good thing to have, you know, like single target speed drop. Which is a very valid reason to carry it. Urshifu will count. No. No, Urshifu is not going to counter Sun. When the single best Pokemon in the metagame is a Sun Pokemon that does not need to deal with Sun, in terms of like Sun for its damage output, yeah, no. It's not gonna really do anything. If anything, Urshifu is just gonna mean Sun is gonna be used more frequently. Because remember, Sun will cut Urshifu Rapid Strike's power in half for using rapid Surging Strikes. So it's kind of gonna do the opposite of helping with Sun teams. And when we get Walking Wake, I have a feeling that Sun teams are probably gonna go from, just assuming right now, Sun teams are 45% of the metagame for weather teams. I predict with the Urshifu Water introduction, that's going to go up to like 55 to 60. And then with Walking Wake being introduced, whenever Walking Wake gets formally introduced into VGC, I'm predicting that's going to go from like 55 to 60 up to probably 70s for percentage-wise. You know, Sun is going to be rising probably in response to helping to keep Urshifu down. Because again, Urshifu is scary. And when Fluttermane is point blank the best thing in the game, and is a Sun Pokemon, there's very little reason that Sun's going to be dropping. I'll have to use rain. The thing is, the slower Pokemon sets the weather. Pelipper is a lot faster than Torkoal. So, if both Pelipper and Torkoal are sent out at the same time, Torkoal's Drought will override Pelipper's Drizzle. So, you would need to not lead the Pelipper, and then switch the Pelipper in, which is a massive risk, because that is a very predictable thing. Maybe Urshifu Dark will do something. Urshifu Dark was never the best for doubles. Singles was always Urshifu Dark's territory. It's just not a very well-suited typing for doubles, Dark and Fighting. And with all the good fairy types that are running around, it's at a bigger risk. Yeah, Urshifu Dark was always the better for singles. Urshifu Water was always the better for doubles. So, likely we're not going to be seeing Urshifu Dark. It could change, but Fairy is still probably in a vacuum the single best typing to use competitively. which is going to be keeping Urshifu Dark down. Yeah, Flutter Mane on its own will, you know, Flutter Mane is just doing Flutter Mane things. You know, Flutter Mane is scary for a lot of reasons. I mean, Flutter Mane still destroys even regular Urshifu, but it will destroy Dark Urshifu even easier. I feel you could probably get away with a Assault-vested Urshifu Water that could survive Flutter Mane Dazzling Gleams, but there's no way in hell Urshifu Dark is surviving any of those. It takes too much damage from Fairy. Scope Lens and Sniper ability. I don't think that's going to be too practical. Because Inteleon is a little on the frail side. I mean, if you use it in Rain, it could work pretty well. Because Snipe Shot also does get around Storm Drain's redirection, so that actually would be helpful. But that would require some positioning issues. That could be positioning required. Amusingly, you actually did see Scope Lens historically, but it wasn't actually Scope Lens Sniper. It was Scope Lens Super Luck. That was kind of Togekiss's, you know, whole big thing back in Generation 8. And the entire reason Scope Lens Super Luck Togekiss became a thing is because of Snarl Arcanine. Snarl was just debuffing your Garden Variety Serene Grace Togekiss, my favorite Togekiss to use, Serene Grace. It was debuffing it too heavily, so the Togekiss all switched over to crit hacks to get around all the Snarl spam. Because when you're using Dazzling Gleam, I think it's got a 50% chance you have of at least landing one crit, which means you completely ignore things like Light Screen, you ignore Snarl. Yeah, it's terrifying. It's kind of a terrifying thing. And I love it. Yeah, we do doubles here. Yeah, we focus on doubles here, Andrew. I don't know much about singles other than that Urshifu Dark kind of does crazy, stupid insanity in singles. Most better team that I only use once for doubles. We have slow Rain Setter, Rainbow BP. Yeah, I mean, not really. Rain is generally seen as the best and most consistently good weather, but the main issue of, well, weather, rain, is that in the modern gen, Sun is more beneficial than just boosting up, say, fire types and making chlorophyll users better. Photosynthesis really helped it. Because what made Rain so flexible was that it decreased the damage a lot of fire-weak things took, and made certain other moves perfectly accurate. You know, made Thunder perfectly accurate, made Hurricane perfectly accurate. Whereas with, you know, Sun was just aggressive. Sun was aggressive damage. Rain was more defensive in nature. Which is kind of funny that Groudon and Kyogre are the opposite. You know, Kyogre was so good because as a Drizzle setter, it was one of the most aggressive Pokemon there was, with just the sheer damage it was doing. And Groudon was kind of making bank on actually being defensive because the Sun made its water weakness a little bit more tolerable. Kind of funny how that whole role reversal happens. But yeah, Rain's good for different reasons than Sun is, but very likely Sun is going to be on top for a while. Even if we had a slow Rain setter, I don't think Rain would be OP, because what makes Sun good is Photosynthesis. You know, Photosynthesis is a hell of an ability, and it adds a lot more flexibility outside of just the typing it's kind of meant to spot boost. Flag and Tail Pelipper, it's 2 points slower than Torkoal. That's clever, Ranger. That's clever. The only issue I could see with that is with Fluttermane carrying Thunderbolt, Fluttermane just goes in and deletes it. If you're trying to set up Tailwind. But if you're using it like a pivot in and out, then that actually works well. Oh, that's actually fairly clever. That is a very clever idea. The only issue is in a best of 3, I'm not sure how well that's going to hold up. And with open team sheets as well. You know, if doing, you know, tournaments. Float Zell, Pelipper, Tendozo, Iron Bundle, Water Terra, Pikachu on my Rain team. Not so sure that's a very good rain team. It's a mono water team, but not sure how effective that is for a rain team. Mostly because, like, the Pikachu is not great in doubles. It is not great. Yeah, it's probably a mono grass. It's probably a mono water team, which is what he made that for. I'm pretty sure Andrew's much more of a single battle person than a doubles person. Yeah, the Pikachu at least is immune to electric because of Lightning Rod. But it's still very, very frail. Because it is Pikachu. Introduce a new Paradox Pokemon that gets boosted by rain. I don't think that they're going to be introducing other Paradoxes, because right now, because the Paradoxes are Sun and Electric terrain. I don't think they're going to add a whole new category of Paradoxes just for Rain's benefit. Because this is actually kind of clever what they did with the Paradoxes. One is boosted by a terrain. One's boosted by a weather. I don't think, well, one category of them. I don't think they would do a whole new category of Paradoxes with, you know, two, because they need to make another one that's also boosted by a different terrain. Electrochrome for the rest of my life. Electrochrome. Nice! Yes, always hunt the Gleox. For those who don't know, we refer to Gleox as Kevin's. That's some Tears of the Kingdom stuff. I think we're probably going to be dialing back the Tears of the Kingdom stuff for a while. I love the game. Tears of the Kingdom has been very fun. But I do kind of want to dial it back a bit, and you'll get back to the Living Shiny decks for Pokemon stuff. And also, so I'm not feeling pressured to stream, you know, twice a day, because that is exhausting to do twice a day streams. It's fun, but exhausting. How much longer we got on the sandwich? 8 minutes, really? I am so out of practice when it comes to shiny sandwich hunting. It's just, I don't remember the times for half hours. Still surprised we have not gotten a single shiny yet. Because, like, this is our second sandwich. I mean, technically we've been live for, you know, much longer. We've had many more, and we've had, you know, some more time with everything, but I'm still surprised we have not found a single shiny yet. At this point, we're probably, like, triple odds on the Larvitar family now. Which, granted, at least the way to get to odds is not as long as it took for Froakie, so that's not as bad. But I mean, still, going over odds is never fun. Going over odds is never a fun time. A Grassy Terrain and then Rainbow Paradoxes. I mean, I think with Grassy Glide gone, I don't really think that, you know, Grassy Terrain is going to be as good as it was. I almost feel like they made Grassy Glide to overcorrect how bad Grassy Terrain was, because Tapu Bulu was just terrible. And then they realized, oh crap, Rillaboom is kind of too strong, and then they got rid of it. Yeah, I love Rillaboom. It's my favorite of the 3 starters from Galar. But Buddy was too strong. Rillaboom was way too strong. Knockoff, priority move, fake out. Man, Rillaboom was good. Too good. Not quite as good as Incineroar. Like, it's gonna take a hell of a thing to, like, top what Incineroar was for being good. But Rillaboom got close. Rillaboom got pretty close. Rillaboom got very close. Low-key worried to spend all this time just team building just for it to not work. Well, what's the team go, Looper? But also, that's kind of the thing of team building. Is you know, sometimes you do spend a lot of time building a team, and things about it just simply, you know, really don't work. That's the reason why I keep, as I like to call it, the playbook. It is it's a notebook I just have kept track of for years of every single competitive team that I've made for VGC. And, you know, I catalog, okay, this is the team, this is the EV spreads, these are the movesets, these are the items, and now these are the Terra typings. And then I make notes whenever I do battling. You know, okay, these are things that this team struggles with. These are, you know, I do like maybe 20 or so battles. Okay, this is my win record, this is my loss record. What are the commonalities? Am I losing to Trick Room? Am I losing to faster Pokemon? Am I losing to a specific typing? You know, what are the flaws that I notice? And then from there, I progressively iterate. Like, okay, what can I get rid of? What's not performing well? What is performing well? If something's performing well, I'm keeping. If something's not, okay, replace it for figure out something else. And then just do that over and over and over and over and over again. It's how, for Sword and Shield, I went through maybe like 30 different teams before I finally ended up reaching one that I really, really liked, which was my Sand X guitar team that I've been using for quite literally over 3 years at this point. So it's a gradual, slow process. You're not always gonna hit on like the perfect idea immediately. What's better, one or two? I say it depends on the support Pokemon. You know, there's generally some wiggle room. Sometimes I like having two, like I like having both Murkrow and Amoonguss, or I like having Indeedee and Murkrow, or I like having Amoonguss and Indeedee, for a little bit of flexibility there, you know, around there. But there's also times like I don't really need two support Pokemon. I sort of ping pong back and forth between that. It's more dependent on the individual specific team composition, but having only one support Pokemon means that you can do more with your team by having it more flexible. We still got 4 minutes left, Ember. We still got 4 minutes left. Well, we are now solidly into triple odds on Larvitar. We are now very solidly into triple Larvitar odds. Very surprised that we still haven't gotten the shiny yet. And a little disconcerting. A little concerning. But, I mean, hey. It took us a long time to get Froakie. It was a very long time to get Froakie, and we got those two quickly, you know, the last two of them, even though, you know, it still was many times over odds, cumulatively. But, you know, keep those spirits up. You know, keep thinking them positive vibes. And hopefully we'll get little baby Godzilla. I hope. I really hope. Game, give me my little Larvitar shiny, or at the very least, Pupitar. At the very least, just give me my dang shiny. This is worrying. Should have been Dragon Fire. Koraidon would be placeable. I feel the only reason they didn't make Koraidon Fire is because they already did Electric Dragon and they already did Fire Dragon as a pair of legendaries. So I think that might be why. But yeah, I definitely agree. If Koraidon was part Fire, it would be significantly better. Because it's... Fighting Dragon isn't a bad typing. It's... Theoretically, it's a good typing, but with Fairy being the best typing in the game, period, it struggles. I mean, it's for much the same reason why Hydreigon went from being one of the best there was to absolutely nothing when Fairy came out. Yes, Scarlet is one of the best support mons there are. And 11 on the first one. Really? My first shiny we got in this game was actually a Shiny Gulpin. Which, we did finish the Shiny Gulpin family yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. Or was it yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago. It was 2 days ago. Was it? Wait, no, was it 2 days ago? Was it 2? What even did we do? What do we even do? Yesterday wasn't Froakie, was it? God, my brain is a blur. God, I can't even think straight. I mean, it's more so my brain is just paste. My brain is just perpetual paste mode. I can't even actually check in-game what it was, because this isn't even my Scarlet version. And this isn't even my Violet version, so I can't even go check when I got the Froakie. First shiny was Yellow Juice. Fun. Yeah, it doesn't really work in the sun either for Koraidon. Like, I think, maybe the other reason why they didn't make Koraidon part Fire is that they realized if we make this thing part Fire, then Sun Paradox, like the Sun teams are just going to be way too powerful. Because the past Paradoxes are... that was weird, the game froze. Because the past Paradoxes are inarguably better than the future Paradoxes. They are much better than the future Paradoxes. And I think that maybe what they did was they made Koraidon worse to prevent it from being so, like, all of them being so much good. Oh, wait, right, we didn't even stream Scarlet Violet yesterday. Because I was trying to hatch the eggs as much as I could for the Froakie eggs. We did Tears of the Kingdom, then we did Mystery Dungeon at night. That's the first time that my game's ever done that. So that was a little worrying. Okay. That was a little worrying for me. I'm actually gonna go get some more water, so I will, I'm gonna go get some water. Be back in a sec. The one thing I hate about summer and streaming during the middle of the day is that my room is a freaking oven. For those who don't know, basically, that way's north. So during the, later part of the day, when, the sun is in the west part of the sky, the sun's coming in from the window right next to me, and it's also coming in from behind me. So it's like the end of the day, when it's the warmest, the sun is aiming straight into my room. And it's warm. And it's not pleasant. It's like, I wish I had some... then again, the blackout curtains would probably just heat up even more from the sun, so... maybe that's not a good idea. Oh yeah, this controller is... these controllers are terrible with their drift. That's the reason why I've ordered a new controller. A new gyro controller. Yeah, that's the reason why we're going to be easing off. Well, it's one of the reasons we're going to be easing off Tears of the Kingdom for a while. Is until the new, better controller gets here, I don't want to be fighting Joy-Con drift. So, There's reasons. There are tactical reasons why we are not going to be doing Tears of the Kingdom for, or at least as much, you know, at least as much. But yeah, you guys have, because when it's games that are not really as sensitive as this game, like in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, the game is not nearly as sensitive. So I can use this controller and it's perfectly fine. You know, like I can use that. I can use the other controller. It's not a problem. But with games like this, where Tears of the Kingdom, they're sensitive. Splatoon, they're sensitive to the controls. So I need to not use it for those games, because it's not exactly a good time for our hero when those controllers don't like working. Yeah, but this game it's terrible. It's bad in this game. Okay, sandwich number 3. Let's try and get our shiny Larvitar for this one. We are 3 times over odds, or at the very least, we will be minimum approaching 3 times odds very shortly. Oh boy, oh game. Oh boy, Larvitar. This is what I get for you being the centerpiece of my competitive teams. This is how you reward me. So, fun thing about the Gimmighoul event, where you can get the shiny Gimmighoul from the raids. You don't actually need to get the Gimmighoul shiny during the event. If you actually log on to the event and you just don't update your game by connecting to online, at any point in the future, you can keep those Gimmighoul shiny raids, well, the shiny potential Gimmighoul raids, and then just keep doing it day after day after day after day, solo, and use that to try to get it. Which I would not be surprised if there are people who are going to be doing that, where they're going to keep a profile that is not connected to the internet, just to passively shiny hunt Gimmighoul on their off time. Because I might do that with this game. I might, because I'm not really playing, I don't do battle streams with this one. I might honestly just keep this as I will shiny hunt the Gimmighoul on my personal time. Cover from return addiction. It's not an addiction if it's the centerpiece of my competitive team. It's not an addiction if I can stop whenever I want. I just choose to continue using Tyranitar. It's not an addiction. It's just a preference. Game. Gimme my Larvitar. Just one. Just one of them. So I know that you're listening, game. That's what an addict would say. I mean, there's no answer I could give that you wouldn't say that's what an addict would say. Because there's one thing, okay, so I have an issue. Okay, well, that's admitting I have an addiction to Tyranitar. If I say anything other than that, like, I could have stopped any time, well, that's what an addict would say. So, like, it's a no-win situation. There is no chance of winning in that comment anyway. It's a loaded question. There was no favorable response. Hi, Ash. Again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Let's see. I mean, I like Tyranitar. It has been my competitive centerpiece for years. Love the Pokemon. I'm only really shiny hunting. I'm only doing the shiny hunt for the living shiny decks. Not, again, for me and shinies. We've been over this a few times, but shinies to me kind of almost don't matter, like what the color scheme of the shiny is, like whether I like it or not. For me, it's just does the color scheme work? You know, I'm not gonna like, oh, I really, really love the shiny, but don't really care for the Pokemon. It's like, there's not really anything like that. It's like, oh, I really love this Pokemon, but don't like the shiny. It's like, okay, it's neat. And that's kind of like where it starts and ends. I know it's very weird. I know it's a very weird way of looking at shinies. Meanwhile, as I'm doing a living shiny dex. It's one of the reasons why I haven't and probably won't make a, you know, my 10 favorite shinies list, because my interaction with shinies is very different than, you know, most of the Pokemon community's, you know, shinies things. Like, a lot of people, like, they love, like, this shiny looks so awesome, love this shiny. Oh, these shiny colors are bad. It's like, I don't hate shiny Zapdos. I think the gold works. You know, I think the more gold coloration looks good on it. I don't think shiny Gengar looks bad, because it's still a good color scheme. You know, the color scheme isn't visibly repulsive, like shiny Lucario is, which is physically repulsive to me. Because it's the Piss Jackal. You post what in the Discord? Found with barely different shinies, I don't think that would be difficult. Well, the funny thing is, Midnight, you say that, but yet when we were shiny hunting Zapdos, I identified my shiny Zapdos immediately, and the Ghastly, I identified my shiny Ghastly immediately. 4 times. So I was like, I don't know. I did a pretty good job of identifying those hard to identify shinies. It's like, it could be like, there it is! Finally! Finally! Finally we got the Larvitar! Happy little green thing! Let's go, go, go Godzilla, everyone! I kind of like the green on shiny. I kind of like the green on shiny Shrek-Speon. I'm fairly certain Larvitar has takedown. I am fairly certain this thing has recoil moves. So we are checking, and I am not risking it. I also need to stock up on Pokeballs. I need to also stock up on attacks. Alright. Lover's fast asleep. Alright, let's see. Rakdos, Smackdown, Light, Stopping Tantrum, Smackdown, Big Stone Edge, Thrash, Sandstorm, Beam. You do have Thrash. You do have Thrash. I don't mind the philosophy. I just think you deal with a lot of people. Pokemon with complete difficulty, even man can't do the Pokemon what does. How does escape sleeping? Doesn't make sense. I mean, but see, here's the flip side of that philosophy. At least in the modern games, for me, Midnight. They made the regular look of this Pokemon look worse just to make the shiny better. So it's like, the inverse of that philosophy is they deliberately make Pokemon not look as good so that the shiny just pops more. So it's like, there is the logical counterpart to that. Feel like the opportunity is missing. Well, the other thing you gotta remember, Midnight, is a lot of shinies, you know, generations 1 through 5, all of those were Call-Up-Hell algorithms. They weren't designed. They were just, okay, here's what the algorithm says the shinies go to. Hello, Glocky, how you doing? How you doing, Glocky? Larvitar, get in the dang ball. Get in the freaking ball, Larvitar. Stay in the ball. I do not want to damage this thing, because again, Thrash. Get the ball. And yes, we do always go for Luxury Ball. We go for Luxury Ball on shinies. Luxury Ball is the best ball. Larvitar, get in the ball! Freaking heck, Larvitar! Stay in the dang ball! Meanwhile, we miss so many Hypnosis, and Larvitar lands every Stone Edge in existence. Fortunate that it wasn't the cooler color. Saying a design is more, but it's unfortunate it wasn't cool. Yeah, but again, the same reversal of making something look less cool to make the shiny pop more is like... I guess that's more my stance. I don't know about it. There we go! Larvitar's been caught. Finally. Again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Shiny Larvitar has been added to the collection. It is marked the brave little Larvitar. The brave little Larvitar that could. And it is marked. We still got 20 minutes left. So who knows? We might get another shiny. But it's a marked shiny Larvitar. Just 2 more. We need 2 more. But if we went, 3 sandwiches, well, technically 2.5, well, like 2 and 2 1/3 sandwiches to get the first one. That'll mean we'll go to 7 sandwiches statistically to get it if the trend continues. Unless we get 3 right on this one. Unless we get 3 right on this sandwich, which, I mean, could happen. We've gotten 5 shinies in a single sandwich before. So... Statistics! Statistics exist. Statistic exists for a reason. It's like, I was hoping we were going to get the Larvitar family relatively quick. And then I was going to go to hunt shiny Drifblim. Because I want to get the daytime, nighttime exclusive spawns. But it's like, that's not happening. Possibly. Maybe. Depends on how things go. Depends on how the luck goes for the Larvitar. Depends on how the Larvitar goes. Because, let's see. I feel like it's Zapdos because I like it. Glaceon shiny, I think, like, just looks a little more, like, blue, right? I actually don't even know what a lot of Pokemon the shinies look like is the other thing. Like, most of my favorites, I know what the shinies look like, but most shinies, I don't really know what they look like at all. Battling all the trainers, basically completing it. Fun. So how far are you in your shiny Wigglytuff only run, Omar? Where have you gotten with the belly chain shades? Still opinion of Caparaja, looks worse. Interesting. Yeah, for me it's more so like just general indifference when it comes to most shinies. It's, again, I use the phrase generalized indifference. Because that's kind of what it is most of these, just I have no strong feelings here nor there when it comes to a lot of shinies. But some like Gigalith I like. I think like shiny Gigalith is great. Hey, we're getting raided. Welcome in. Welcome in, Rod. Zushi Cakes, DJ Riolu, welcome in, guys. And of course, Rod themselves. How are you doing? What were you doing over on your end, Rod? Thank you very much for popping in. If you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. But also, everyone on my end, send some love over to Rod. They were kind enough to raid us today. Banjo-Kazooie, interesting. I have never played Banjo-Kazooie. How is the game? What kind of game is it? I know vaguely peripherally what it is, but I've never played it myself. So could you inform me and anyone in the viewer peanut gallery who may not be familiar with it, what kind of game it is? Because basically anything you say about, oh, we were doing this, is just going to go completely over my smooth brain. Alright, delightful. 3D platformer. Ah, interesting. Definitely. Okay, understandable, Midnight. Understandable. Well, it's good that you could spend some time with us right now, Midnight. Interesting. 3D collecting platformer. Fascinating. Sounds like it would be something I would enjoy, because I enjoy games where you have to collect things. Hence why I'm doing my living shiny decks. Basically trying to 100% everything. Nice! Yeah, we're doing a 100% run for Tears of the Kingdom. So I can definitely understand that collector's mentality. I mean, I'm also doing a living shiny dex. So it's like all the 100% collectability. Which is why I'm not looking forward to my my shiny Poipole hunt. That's gonna be intense. Hey, welcome in Super. Welcome in Super 64. How you doing? Hey, thank you very much for that subscribe, DJ Riolo. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I guess this is the world telling me, you know, just do the later in the day streams. Because I've been kind of rolling this around in my head for a while. Doing, you know, 2 streams a day or doing 1 stream a day. And I'm just like, I think it's probably better just do 1 stream a day, like 1 big, longer stream. Because mostly the entire rethink was prompted by, a few days ago, we finally finished getting shiny Froakie, which was our worst shiny hunt for Masuda eggs we've ever had. We were 5.4 times odds for the second shiny Froakie. Again, living shiny dex. And then we got the Froakie. Then, literally 58 eggs after we got the second shiny, we got the third shiny. And I had over 12 boxes of eggs of like still unhatched Froakie eggs left to hatch. And it's just like thinking, oh no, that many eggs to hatch off screen is not gonna be fun. Including, you know, of course, the Tears of the Kingdom streams and, of course, the Pokemon other shiny hunt streams. Like, that's probably gonna be like completely mood destroying. So I've been doing a whole bit of a giant rethink to everything. By the way, I haven't asked this yet, but how do you pronounce your name? Oh. Okay, sorry about that. It's like, a lot of people ask me how I pronounce my name. Maxis, Maxis, Maxus. A lot of people like asking how this is, so I thought it was that at first. But yeah, there's... It's one of those things I kind of find a little amusing, but also not as much, where it's like, people do ask, like, how do you pronounce the name? Because I also know I horribly butcher names. It's one of the reasons why if I see a name and I know I'm not going to be able to pronounce that, I don't try, because I feel worse about butchering someone's name than not, if that makes any sense. Like, the worst feeling for me is saying someone's name incorrectly. We haven't gotten the Gimme Ghoul. I think the Gimme Ghoul hunt for that is that I'm gonna do that off stream, because the odds of getting shiny Gimme Ghoul are 1 in... They're actually worse than without the shiny charm. It's 1 in like 4,100. So it's something that I wouldn't do on stream, purely because it would be the same, like same rate over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I know I wouldn't find that fun, and I know you guys wouldn't find that fun as well. The other part is you can preserve the Gimme Ghoul raids if you don't connect to the internet. So if you don't connect to the internet, you can do them, you know, well after the time. So I could say, theoretically, connect my game today to this one, to the internet, pick up the Gimme Ghoul event raids, and then not connect this game to the internet and get the new Pokeportal news after the event ends. Keep the Gimme Ghoul event raids going in here, and then just passively raid this game over and over again to see if I can eventually get a Gimme Ghoul. Which I think is probably the better way of handling it, rather than, you know, cramming 120% everything into, like, the few days it's allowed. It's allowed in, like, online raids to do with viewers. Because I don't know. There's pros and cons to it. There's pros and cons to it. Hey, Dogsy, how you doing? Yeah, pretty much 1 in 4,100. It isn't really worth doing on stream as much. Like, if the odds were kind of the same as what they were for the event raids back in Sword and Shield, which were about, I think it was a 2% shiny rate, that would be different. You know, it was like a 2% chance of getting things like Shiny Cloyster, Shiny Magikarp, Shiny Zord, which I never actually did the Zord with Shiny event, or the Shelter one. That I would do. I'm doing very well, DJ Riolu. I'm doing very well. We finally got our first shiny Larvitar at over 3 times odds, because we know about 1/3 odds lowballing is about what a sandwich equivalents to. So we finally got the first one. We still need 2 more for our living shiny decks. But I'm doing very well. Been planning out my VGC Regulation D competitive team, because I'm a big fan of battling. And just general shenaniganery has been the status quo. I will say, I am looking forward to seeing all of the shiny, hacked, 0 speed, 0 attack shiny Gimmighoul, or not Gimmighoul, Goldengo in competitive. And it's like, that looks a little suspicious. That's a little suspicious. It's Shining Sand, like you see the Shining Sand. Not really. I actually know a lot of people, because they will find Herba Mystica raids, and they will like, continuously reset them for people. So it's like, oh, this is an Herba Mystica raid that's pretty easy to do when we get like 4 Herba Mystica from it. And then they will just do like entire streams where they will, you know, reset that raid for people to just grind an insane number of Herba Mystica on. That's actually how I got a number of these. Our friend Andreas SSG actually hosted those a while back, and I've been just chipping away into that massive reserve of them that I've had for a long time. And he last hosted those like a few months ago, and I'm only just now starting to get to like maybe a quarter of them left. Smack. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I'm looking forward to seeing gen-hacked shiny Gimmighoul that have perfect IV spreads. It's like, a little suspicious. A little suspicious. But it'll be interesting. Yeah, I generally go a little... I generally go a little more on the side of just grinding up a crap ton of Herba Mystica. Because the only hard part of Herba Mystica is getting the right raids. Because there are certain Herba Mystica, there are certain level 5 and level 6 raids that have better Herba Mystica drops than others. So, like, you want to go for Blissey raids, you want to go for Vaporeon raids, Coalossal, Amoonguss, Titan. Those have higher Herba Mystica drops than the other level 5 and level 6 raids. There's a few others that are also in there, but those are like the general ones that like people go for. And you generally want to find one that's like a good typing to easily beat. So like you don't want something like, say, Ground Dondozo, or you don't want like Electric Dondozo. You want something like Dark Dondozo, or you know, something you can easily brute force hyper offense with a Belly Drum Azumarill or Belly Drum Iron Hands. So it's more finding the right raid. It isn't hard so much as time consuming. I don't know. I have done none of the Gimmighoul raids yet so far. So I do not know if they are glitchy or buggy. I have not done a single one yet. Sure, surprising with all the playthrough, the 12 saves, and I'm putting all of this. Alright, that's nice. That's nice. Freaking heck, Larvitar, why are you being a shoe? Larvitar's being a shoe right now. They fixed them. So, what was the issues with the Gimmighoul raids? Unless they're like, okay, we're going to make the shiny odds not garbage. I remember seeing an image where there was like 0 got like 0. Oh, really? I guess maybe that may not have been a glitch. That might have been just... Because there's a probability for all the items. All the items have a probability associated with them. It could have been... It displayed the results of stuff that just rolled a 0 probability, but it didn't remove them, because in the regular ones, if it's a 0 probability, like you just don't get the roll for the item, it just doesn't display it. So it could have been, maybe they left in some coding there. But yeah, I didn't hear anything about that. Which actually kind of brings me to something that a lot of people generally thought was a bug, but actually wasn't. If you guys remember the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves raids, remember hearing the stories about people getting like a bad egg from them? That wasn't a bug. That was people going and doing the Walking Wake and Iron Thorns raids without downloading the update to the game that added in the data for Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. So, the game is doing actually what it's supposed to do. It finds you don't have the data for this thing registered, and it gives you a bad egg because it doesn't have any information to pull from for that Pokemon. And the only way you can get that bad egg is if you deliberately decline the updates that the game, like, tells you need to download this update to get. Like, it says, like, oh, there's an update for the game. And you need to decline that update. It also means that if you were watching the, the presents where they mentioned it, and they said, the update will be available after, the presents ends, kind of like ignoring that they said you need to download the update. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like on the fault of the person for not downloading the update that they explicitly said multiple times you kind of needed to download. It isn't a bug so much as there literally is no coding to pull from. So it can't... The game can't load a Pokemon that there's no data to say what it is. So the game falls onto, what it does when there's no information. It loads a bad egg. Which that's the reason you can't get rid of it. Because it's basically thinks you're hacking, even though you aren't, but that's sort of because you don't have the information. The game reads it as like you're forcibly trying to insert information that doesn't exist. Which doesn't end well. It's a fascinating thing. Exactly, it's just error 404, page not found, is essentially what it boils down to. And also crash, yeah. It's because it's looking for information that doesn't exist. The game literally does not know what to do because you did not download the very important update that provided the information to allow it to be usable. So it's one of those things where it's kind of user error causes it. Because they couldn't have Walking Wake and Iron Leaves in the game's coding beforehand, or people would have data mined the crap out of it. And like, oh, there's more Paradox Pokemon they haven't released yet. Here's what they are. Normally when they did that with the Legendaries and the Crown Tundra and Isle of Armor, it wasn't bad because you had to download the entire block update. Because it wasn't released via raids. But when they did this, it was a little different. Because it wasn't, you have to download the update to get access to those locations. Yeah, this time it wasn't user error. But that's what I wanted to mention, the user error being the Paradox things, because that's still a thing that people don't realize is what happened. A lot of people think the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves raids were buggy. They weren't buggy. You just didn't follow the instructions. That was user error. But yeah, because they've been getting very good about patching issues quickly. There's the issues with the raids. Boom, fix. We've gone from them taking, a few months to get, raid things working better to, oh, they put out a raid. Issue comes up within the first few hours of it being out. Boom, hotfix. So it's Game Freak is making progress. They're making progress. Granted, it's not nearly as good as like open discourse, with the community about things, but large companies will very rarely ever actually go that far for the simple reason of it's not something that companies think reflects well on them. It's one of the reasons why you will see like smaller indie devs, conversing with the community more directly, because they have that smaller base that they are more connected with intrinsically. But when it's, stockholders, shareholders, and, big, board of directors you got to deal with everything with, something like that which could potentially reflect more negatively, and damage, of course, stocks, damage, value, they generally want to not do. Which is kind of sad, because it would actually reflect better on the company to, basically engage in open conversation and transparency with the community about, like, yeah, this is why things are, being a bit wonky. Programming wasn't 110% as it should be, and it was just something we didn't realize. It's kind of unfortunate that that's the case, but I mean, this could also be because, like, I see things from, like, that more calculating, analytical side of things where it makes more sense to me that way. So it's just a perspective. Also, freaking Hack Larvitar, give me another shiny game. We're already over odds again. And one shiny for that sandwich. So we're 3 sandwiches in. 3 sandwiches in. Only 1 shiny. Could be worse, but also could be a lot. Aw, Larvitar the Sociable. That's adorable. Larvitar the Sociable. That's cute. Okay. That's weird, it's doing that. Found 3 shiny Knackly in 1 sandwich. All I wanted was the crab. Funny thing is, I still need to go find my other shiny... Excuse me, I need to find my other shiny Knackly. Those who don't remember, I failed the shiny Knackly months ago. About half a year ago, I failed a shiny Knackly. And I've still yet to go reclaim that shiny. But I found 2 shiny crabs in the meantime. So yeah, we gotta go find shiny. We gotta go shiny hunt Knackly again. At some point we're gonna be doing that. No. Oh, I need to go and get some more ingredients. I think I'm out of green bell peppers. Yeah, I got it. This shows how little I actually play this with, like, shiny hunting. I have nowhere near the same ingredient cache that I do in the other one. Looking around, you have demented pink. Demented pink. Ponk. He is very ponk. The power of the ponk. Oh, man. Jeez, how freaking warm is it in here? Oh, damn, it's 80 degrees inside here. I gotta open the windows. It's an oven in here. Okay, the sun's behind me now. I can actually open these windows. Those who don't know, I mentioned before, my room is a freaking oven. The sunlight is shining in from the window over here. You can't see off screen, this way. And just like the sun is just in direct line of sight from my room the entire day after like 10 a.m. So my room basically just starts heating up the entire time. Yeah, the Gimme Go raids give a lot of money. They give a lot of sell fodder items. I haven't actually done any of the Gimme Go raids myself, but I do know that they give a lot of very good sell fodder items. So, like, Pretty Wings, Nuggets. They also give a lot of Terra Shards. They give a lot of Terra Shards. They're not quite as lucrative for Terra Shards as the Blissey raids were, but they probably realized, okay, the Blissey raids were kind of almost like comedically excessive for the number of like shards you're getting, which, I mean, you got a lot of Terra Shards in the Blissey raids. I was a big fan of the Blissey raids Terra Shards, that the Terra Shard yields that the Blissey raids gave. I loved it. But you would get like 20 Terra Shards for the given typing of the Blissey raid and like 5 shards for like 8 other typings. Which kind of almost made, if there's any future Terra raid events, it would almost make it not even worth it to do them. Also, I'm going to register this as a fly point. Better. Yes. Much better farm than Chestnut. Chestnut will exclusively give you rock Terra Shards. Gimme Ghoul will give multiple typings Terra Shards. 33 likes, very nice. Thank you guys. But yeah, it would be better to go farm the Gimme Ghoul, because the Gimme Ghoul raids also give you money, which is the other big thing. Because you can use the money to buy things like vitamins, you can use, that to buy... You can use it to buy a lot of other stuff. So I'm registering this right here now. Can I actually fly here now? What the freak? That was weird. Can I actually fly here now? Yes, I can actually fly here now. That's good. I just wanted to register that because it's a much quicker way to go from here, drop down right here onto the Larvitar spawns, than it is to go run all the way from the other Pokemon Center. There we go. Much better. More efficient. They give tons of nugs. Yeah. Yeah. They give a lot of very, very good self-fodder items. What do you mean you're not sure how that works, Jared? What do you mean you're not sure how that works? You gotta explain. Make a sandwich. Oh yeah, the room's already cooling down. Freaking heck. You open the window, it's 80 degrees inside here right now. Was, and now it's already going lower. So it's like, yes. Oh, red onions. Pickle. I forgot to go get regular onions! Yay! Completely botching up all of my ingredients shopping I needed. That's what happens when I get... That's what happens when I get sidetracked by needing to cool down the room. Yeah, so it already feels so much less stuffy and oppressive in here. I'm sorry, I was sidetracked by needing to make the room tolerable, so I don't want to stop streaming. I don't believe you can set additional points to fly unless you're referring to that being... Yeah, that's a landmark. Yes, that is a specific landmark you fly to. That is exactly what I was referring to, Jared. That tower right there is a landmark you fly to. Have you not registered that fly point? There's the onion. There we go. Yeah, I prefer to come here to Medali. It's one of the best places to get all of the necessary ingredients to cook stuff. See? Fly point right here. Leaning Tower of Paldea. I've actually been to the real Leaning Tower piece. I haven't played Scarlet in a while, so I've been a bit fuzzy. Skill issue, Jared. Skill issue, my friend. Normally, I would go when I would start shiny hunting Drifloon right now, but I'm stubborn, and I want to get the rest of the Larvitar family. I am a stubborn SOB, and I am not yielding on this. There we go. Let's keep going. On the fusible items in TOTK. Fun. Fun. I mean, I still say best fusible item in the entire thing in Tears of the Kingdom is just Silver Lionel Saber. I'm over 1,500 eggs in this hunt. Yeah, we were at 2,700, so I feel you on that, buddy. I feel you. That's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. Salt, salt. Peek a pick. That's rough, buddy. Zuko, that's rough, buddy meme. Oh god, the glare. Oh, the glare, I hate it. I hate the glare. Why? Why do they have to make sandwich making in caves? Absolutely want to burn your eyeballs out. Why did they do this? Whoever thought that was a good idea to make the glare that bad? It's so bad. It's just like, it hurts to look at. It's painful. Worst part is I'm only hunting it for my VGC Shiny Vanity. Yeah, the Beehive summons are great. I love those. I have a little bit, and I was like, hey, what about Rillaboom? Without Grassy Glide, I don't think Rillaboom's going to be too good. Oh, you mean when you first picked for Sword and Shield. I'm going to be very glad that Rillaboom no longer has a Glassy Glide. Now, Samus Burn with extra Retina Burn. I don't think the bees attack you. When you attack with it, I don't think the bees attack you. They attack what you're, like, swinging towards. Alright. Sandwich number 4. Sandwich number 4, everyone. Let's see if this one wants to be good to me and give me my second shiny Larvitar. Or maybe Pupitar. Because, like, we could use that. We could use a Pupitar, we could use a Larvitar. We just need 2 more. Ideally, I would like a shiny Larvitar and then a shiny Pupitar would be good, because I want to evolve my Larvitar the Sociable into the Tyranitar, so I can have Tyranitar the Sociable. It's better. I like having marked shinies just for the flex, just for the little bit of flex. Sport offense, defense, Master Fragments, light balls, good to stall enemies. I don't think they are. If you're dealing with stall enemies, a better thing to do is just throw a Dazzle Fruit at something. All the light balls do is just make light. I don't think they do any damage. Oh yeah, bees will attack you if there's no other target. So yeah, if you swing it towards an enemy, towards a monster, they'll only attack the monster. But if there's no other monsters around you, then they'll attack you. I would not waste the Star Fragment, because it's just Tactical Flashbang. Dazzle Fruit is just so much more entertaining. Just surprise flashbang. Because it instantly one-shots all stall enemies. Well, aside from stall Noxes, they all just instantly get obliterated. Yes, you can bully Lionels with the bees. You can bully Lionels with bees. Not the bees! No, not the bees! That's fun. There is a lot of fun stuff you can do in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, if you want to have extra knockback on your weapons, you can attach mushrooms to them. They give your weapons significantly more knockback. Which means if you like to do what I do, is fight enemies near cliffs or near water, hit them off the cliff into the water, they'll just instantly drown unless they're Lizalfos. In which case they'll survive because they can swim. But like bokoblins, moblins, boss bokoblins, they don't do so well in water. Blue does more damage. I love the Sand Seal plushies. I love that you can actually fuse the Sand Seal plushies onto weapons and use them as a hammer. That is adorable. It is adorable. There's another Larvitar! The game is being nice! The game is actually being nice! Second shiny Larvitar, people! Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys. Hey, it's a girl, nice! And also it's a Larvitar, so hopefully we can get another marked one. Go to sleep, 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 go to sleep. Just one more to go. Just one more to go and we're done with the Tyranitar family. Just one more to go. And then we can finish the Tyranitar family. Get the ball. 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 Don't wake up. Good, you're staying asleep. Stay asleep like a good little bean. Stay asleep like a good little bean. Bookshelf spear. We are more partial to the bookshelf shield in Tears of the Kingdom ourselves. Bookshelf shield is the top tier way of having a shield. That's the reason why we're not using false swipe. That's why we're not using false swipe, because it can confuse itself and KO itself. Want a mom with fake out. If you want a mom with fake out, there's a couple good fake out users. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. There we go. There's a few things to fake out. Yeah, Rillaboom, when it comes back, is probably going to be... Again, Rillaboom is going to lose its mainline offense function because it lost Grassy Glide for just brute force damage. But it's still going to be like a fantastic tech user. Like fake out, U-turn, pivot, fantastic. But it's not going to be as, you know, dedicated needing for the hyper offense with that. Got it. That was off on another 8-foot long blade and use sensibility. Something happens. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. But there's a Larvitar. Check summary. Not marked. Alright. This is not a marked one, meaning Larvitar the Sociable is probably going to be my evolved into Tyranitar. We don't know yet. It could be a lot worse with all of the fire types and the sun teams using. But maybe. That needs to be seen. But the other thing is, Rillaboom's grass. Which means it's going to paint a big target on the back of its head when it comes to all of the sun teams. Like, you know, Fluttermane. Potentially carrying Mystical Fire, because actually a lot of them did carry Mystical Fire for a while. Just Torkoal. Flying types in general, because like there's some decent coverage flying types. Like even like Pelipper is going to be carrying, like, of course. Pelipper is going to be carrying Hurricane, which is, I don't think Hurricane can one-shot it, but it would definitely do a lot of damage. But it remains to be seen. I'm looking to see what Kleavor is going to be bringing to the table. I love Kleavor. I am also terrified to see what Kleavor is going to do, but I am a big fan of Kleavor. So that's helpful. I mean, my main worry about Kleavor is Double's hazard setting is going to become a problem. But also, it might not. Because with Urshifu, you know, Urshifu Water existing, you know, that's going to kind of work on taking down Kleavor. Oh, that's a scary prospect. Urshifu Water might just rise up in a lot of usage just to stop Kleavor. Rain could potentially just increase in viability just as a means of dismantling Cleavor, but Cleavor also, for other reasons, could be very good on Sun teams to prevent it from getting one shot in the same way, or being used alongside Gastrodon to prevent that from happening. Oh, that Cleavor is gonna be problematic. Maybe Mousehold might come back with Tidy Up to get rid of the hazards then. I don't think Samurot's gonna be as prominent, because you gotta remember, spikes are not nearly as powerful as stealth rocks are, and you need 3 usages of Ceaseless Edge to set up the full layers of spikes. It's 1 use of Stone Axe to set up all the stealth rocks you need. So there might be a niche for Samurott, but with how many good Levitate Pokemon and how many good flying types there are, I don't see that being as big of an issue. Yeah, it could be fun to use. It could definitely be fun to use. But I feel it's going to have a bit of a harder time finding a niche, considering the type combination does give it a lot of weaknesses. And, you know, Cleavor Stone Axe is just... Stone Axe is a whole nother level of move. You know, there's... That move is just complete top shelf right there. I'm a big fan of it. But that is a top shelf move right there. It is scary how good that can be. Yeah, I feel oddly that it could almost be an anti-Sun team. Actually, thinking about it, Cleavor's Stone Axe would actually do a very good job at pressuring out all other forms of weather that aren't sand. Because, you know, obviously Abomasnow is an ice type. When setting snow, it's weak to rock. Torkoal is fire, weak to rock. The only water rain setter in the game, Drizzle, right now, is Pelipper, who is weak to rock. So, it's kind of gonna be, like, it could be very good on Sun teams, but also do a very good job at, like, anti-Sun teams. Well, anti-Sun, Rain, or Snow teams. Once we get Politoed, I think it's gonna be, you know, there's gonna be more viability for, like, the water teams, the with switching in and out. But that is an unforeseen side effect, where it could be good on Sun teams itself, you know, of course, the Sun preventing it from being taken out by water moves. But it would do a very good job at, you know, kneecapping the other weather. Yeah, Incineroar is never... I don't think Incineroar is ever not gonna be returning in any of the games. I think Incineroar will, like, be a mainstay in all games, just... It's one of the few Pokemon that can keep legendary restricteds in check. There's the last Larvitar! There's the final Larvitar! Every time we talk about the terrifying nature of Incineroar returning into VGC, we always find a shiny. Always. Well, the thing is, those are your restricted, and the restricteds are not legal in VGC yet, Stephanie. They're not legal yet for VGC purposes. Does Sheer Force get rid of the rock setting from the Stone Axe? I do not believe it does. Anything that has a guaranteed effect, so like, I don't think it removes high critical hit rate. But if it's like a stat drop or a burn chance, and it's a non-guaranteed chance, it removes those. So it wouldn't remove the Stealth Rock's setting nature of... It wouldn't remove the Stealth Rock setting. But you're not going to be using Sheer Force on Cleavor. You're very likely not using Stealth Sheer Force Cleavor. because sharpness makes more moves better. Because sharpness makes X-Scissor go from an 80 base power move to a 120 base power move, functionally. Good defensive support, Mon. That's not low. I don't think there are any. I don't think there are any non-slow defensive support Pokemon. Yes, it gets sharpness. It gets sharpness. You could potentially... Like, I feel like Sheer Force could be possible with, like, Rock Slide. But I think you're going with... You're probably going sharpness for just the insane boost to X-Scissor. Cresselia is not, like, super slow, but also not super fast. Cresselia is, like, middle speed tier. I think that actually Cresselia is about the same speed as Heatran. I do that for the memes. Yeah, I don't really think there's a fast support Pokemon that is also defensive. It's, like, kind of too many stats. Actually, Screamtail. Screamtail exists. Screamtail's a fast defensive support Pokemon. I forgot about Screamtail for a second. Which I should be ashamed of that, because, like, I love Screamtail. We love the Mewtwo Ball. I hope the entirety of the the DLC 2 battles are all doubles. I want more double battles. Make doubles the main focus. Like, it's never gonna happen. Thank you very much for the good luck. Thank you very much for the GG on the Shiny Ember. Like, I would love it for them to make all of the main games double battles, but they're never gonna do it. Well, we knew Whimsicott was coming back to Go Looper for a while. Back when they first announced the DLC, they showed Whimsicott being in it. So we've known Whimsicott was coming back for about a third of a year. We have Scarlet right here. We've literally been playing Scarlet, that dude. Yeah. They did that. They showed it a while ago. Yeah, they showed Whimsicott. I'm pretty sure like an infographic that showed like Ninetales also coming back in DLC 2. 3 shiny Raptor. Raptor? It's little baby Godzilla. It's little baby Godzilla, Omar. There we go. Full family of them is now done and dusted. We have completed the Larvitar family. 4 sandwiches, 3 shinies. Not a terrible thing. Not a terrible thing. We got a good haul of our shinies. Yeah, the paradoxes are not practical, really, for... Union circles are not practical for looking for paradoxes. It's better off just, like, getting it traded. It's not marked. Alright. This is the one we're evolving. Larvitar the Sociable. We have a very social Tyranitar. Or we will have a very social Tyranitar. We got a little bit more sandwich time. So we'll try and get a shiny Knackley. Yeah, it'll probably be easier to just have someone trade those. Larvitar family is now completed. We can move on to other version exclusive shinies now. It's not on Discord. It's a Reddit channel. It's a Reddit thing. It's not Discord. Oh, Stunky's also over here. Good. I was actually gonna go hunt for shiny Stunky because I need that. Where is shiny... Now, where's a Knackley? You know what, we'll look for Nackley on the last bit of the sandwich. I need to reclaim my shiny Nackley. Yeah, it's not on a Discord thing. There's ways around it. And there's also an entire subreddit that is literally for trading organization. Alright. We gotta look for shiny Nackley. Because this is so far the blight on my shiny record that I need to expunge. We gotta get the Nackley. We're looking for the little salty rock mushroom. Let's go find it. Hi, Ellie. How you doing? It's a shame Midnight isn't here, though, because, yeah, I mentioned this a while back, but, like, the first shiny I failed in this game was the shiny Nackley. That was in the shiny race with Sly Guy. And Midnight was actually the one on call with me during that part of the stream, because Sly had to go, like, he had to go eat some food because he was hungry. Like the weakling he is, he had to eat food like a normal human being. And so Midnight was, you know, playing in the meantime. And I found a Nackley shiny. And I accidentally clicked Picnic, not save. And failed it. So that was not fun. But I am out to fix and correct that. So far, of the 3 shinies I have failed in the game, we have reclaimed 1. We have yet to reclaim the Salazar. And we're working on reclaiming the Nackley. So let's heckin' go. It is time to find a Nackley. I certainly hope so, at least. Come on, Nackley. Sparkly for me. I need to fill the Nackley shiny slot. Oh, it's walkability. Another shiny. Yeah, it was a sad day when we lost that Nackley. I highly recommend you guys go check that stream out. It was kind of glorious. But it was a sad day when I lost my little salt mushroom. I ended up finding a Garganackle later, but I still need another Nackley for the shiny line. Remember, living shiny decks. Need 3 members of the Nackley family. Need the Nackley, the Knackle Stack, and the Garganackle. Only got Nackley and Garganackle. I need more. Satotl, the other 2, one was a shiny Satotl that I just completely missed. And we eventually got another shiny Satotl. So we reclaimed that. And we have not really gone looking for the shiny Salazar. The Satotl I literally just walked past without even realizing, like an idiot. The shiny Salazar, though. I was shiny hunting Rowlet. And we saw the shiny Salazar. A Rowlet egg hatched. And in the time it took for the Rowlet egg to hatch... Where did we talk about the failed shiny? We reclaimed the Nackley! The Nackley! The Nackley is reclaimed! The redemption arc. The redemption arc is concluded. It's satisfying. It is redemption. Oh. Someone get Midnight. Someone get Midnight. It's redemption. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I finally have it. I just hope it isn't marked. Like, if it's marked, I'll hunt it off screen. I'll hunt it off screen. I'll hunt the next one off screen if it's marked. But, oh, we got it. I'm so happy we got it. 3 shinies on a single sandwich. 4 shinies on stream, 3 on a single sandwich. I'm okay. We have now zeroed out. It's not marked. It's not marked. I have never been so happy to not get a marked shiny. It is all that is good. This is a good day. And we still have time. 4 shinies down. I just don't even know at this point what to go do, because it's like, okay. You know what? Ooh, actually, there's another rock that we can go hunt. The Roly-Coly family. Roly-Coly. Be my little... I already sent her as well. I already sent it to Midnight. We go for the Roly-Coly. We go for our little Roly. Let's rock and Roly-Coly. Rock and Roly-Coly. Oh. Yes. I know what Roly-Coly's shiny looks like. I need to see what Cartcole's shiny looks like, so I don't miss the shiny. Okay, it's also blue. Okay. That is very easy to spot one. Oh, right! Cartcole's also fire, so I could make a fire sandwich at some point. And also hunt for Torkoal around here. This is good day. This is a good day. Come on. Come on, Roly-Coly. Cartcoal, sparkle for me. Give me my precious rock. Give me my precious rock shinies. Huh, Larvitar actually appears up here as well. Didn't even realize that, but it's also like in very few spawns. I love it. It's... Really, there's actually a number of them up here. I didn't realize it was this many. But it's still not a great number of them. I'm glad I hunted the way that I did. It was a... I mean, this is a forced pun. But then again, when it comes to me, what aren't... It was a bit of a rocky start to today's stream. But we certainly did find a diamond in the rough. A few diamonds, at the very least. There were many diamonds that were found, because, to quote JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, diamond is unbreakable. I know I'm lame. I know I'm lame. But just remember, you all support me in my stupid puns. By coming here day after day, you fully support, condone, and encourage the puns. Exactly what Rock Dart. I mean, I was fully intending for today to be, like, Scarlet exclusive shiny hunt. And it just turned into, let's just get shiny rocks. Which is funny. Because I'm going to need to go find where I can get my the Drifloon line shiny. Stop in. Yeah, we found the Knackley! I'm so sad you weren't here for the Knackley Reclaim Midnight. But it was still great to have the Reclaim on screen. I'm so happy. Yeah, that, like, it's so funny to think, like, that was where, like, I first met you, and, because, like, that was when Sly mentioned, the first time. I was like, oh, you took over for Sly while he was a weakling and got food. It's like, oh, that became the most formative part of my Scarlet Violet shiny hunting career, was that failed shiny Natalie. That was the first shiny we failed in the entire living shiny decks. And it is now reclaimed. That chapter has been closed. Victory is ours. And there is no need to feel salty about it any longer. Yeah, I get this. This is just all the puns. All the puns. I still love that its name is just Nacli. Knackle. It is a Pokemon name made of the stupid thing we always said to remember. The roly-coly is rolling around on the fence! Oh my gosh, that's glorious. It was driving on the fence. Got about a minute left. Ember. Before we end off, if you don't have any, I can probably send you a couple of them. If I have any spares. Yeah, I hope we get at least one shiny, but, like, again, we've gotten 4 shinies so far today, one of them being a Reclaim. If we don't end up getting a Roly-Coly, it's like, I'm not gonna be too heartbroken. So, I'm not gonna be broken up about it. We got 1 minute left. It's all good, Ember. It's all good now. Yeah, if I have any spares of them, I may or may not have spares. I don't actually remember what my stockpile of them is actually looking like. Oh my! That's a shiny Carkol! Yes! Last minute shiny! Four shinies on a single sandwich. Four. Worth the complete fiasco that was the start of this. This was worth the fracas, the fiasco, the nonsense, and the shenanigans that was today. Game, you are not failing me right now. You are not lagging, you are not crashing, you are not doing anything. Because that little hiccup right there scared the crap out of me. But we got it. The thing is, I have to be in Area 0 when you're doing that, is the thing. The Union Circle would... I'd have to be in Area 0 hunting. It's not marked. I like Shiny Carkol. It's a good-looking shiny. The thing is, I already have the Shiny Charm, and I don't need the Paradoxes. Actually, sure, we can try the Union Circle. I don't know of anything I need in Area 0. I don't know of anything I need that actually is within the bounds of Area 0, though, is the thing. But yeah, I think we could do that. Let me check to see... Let me check to see what is in Area 0 that I could potentially get. Yeah, we can make a Union Circle. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, this thing takes so long. I hate how long this thing takes. Stunky... Is Stunky Area 0? Scarlet... Area 0... No, not Area 0. I don't need the Dano family. And I don't need them. I don't need Tauros. Drifloon. Is Drifloon in there? Is the Drifloon family in Area 0? Damn it, what is in Area 0? Is there anything I actually need in Area 0? There's nothing I need that is in Area 0. Unfortunately. Yeah. I'm not hunting Talonflame in Area 0. I'm not hunting flying Pokemon in Area 0. I have a very firm no flying Pokemon in Area 0 policy. Let's just see what's inside of Area 0, just to see if there's anything on the ground we need. Area 0. Map. Let's go to Poke Earth Paldea. Poke Earth Paldea. Area 0. Alright, Pokemon. Inside of Area 0. I guess Espeon, because Espeon does spawn in there. I can make a Psychic Sandwich for Espeon. Camerupt and Numel, okay. There's a few things I need in there. I guess I can do Jumpluff. I do need Jumpluff, okay. There's a few things that I could go get there. I would need to go figure out the ingredients for them, though. Copperage. There's a few things I do need in there. Okay, look it over. Yeah, I'm not doing flying things in Area 0. I would rather Masuda hunt them. Alright. So, ingredients I would need for... Ingredients that I need would be... Grass is lettuce. Okay. So I can start looking for Jumpluff, the Jumpluff family, because I need a Jumpluff and another one. Okay. Alright, so, actually that dude, if you're gonna be helping with this, we should probably look up, well, actually no, it would be easier to not do that. It would be easier to not do that, all things considered. Because making multiple people sandwiches is kind of annoying. Jumpluff is on the ground, though. Yeah, Jumpluff doesn't fly around above you. Also, Jumpluff is a very, very obvious shiny. So it's like... It sticks out. So it's not as bad as Talonflame, which is like barely indistinguishable. That's the reason why for that one I'm just gonna be hunting. I'm gonna just hunt the Fledgling family. He does by the beginning. But yeah, we're gonna be. Yeah, this is just gonna end up being shiny hunting for like for this one. But yeah, I think you're gonna be a bit disappointed by like the lack of spawns, though. That dude, I don't think you quite realize how bad spawns are for this. They really did not do a good job of Union Circle things. Jumpluff is the perfect being. Hey, nice work, Toxic! You found your rock type. We both found the rock type we needed. So yeah, it's like, it could end up, this is why I'm thinking it might just be better if, like, I just trade to them if I have any. Yeah, we tried shiny hunting him this way. It didn't work. It does not work at all. It is a very, very not effective system. Alright. Let's go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Into the breach I go. Research Station 1. We've already got Brute Bonnet. So don't need to go down too far. Nose diving in Area 0. Yeah, after all the Tears of the Kingdom stuff... Oh, Go-Goat also appears in here. Kind of forgot Go-Goat existed. Now, I mean, there's another shiny I can potentially collect. So that works. So that works fine, just dandy for me. So Jump Bluff. There's Jump Bluff. Why is the giraffe rig? Oh, right, because that dude is also here. It's causing the spawn interference, yeah. Yeah, that dude, I don't... This is why I kind of don't do the Union Circle when the hunting. The spawn interference is not good. You know, this is why I said it'd just be easier if we do this in a trade. Because it's going to make everything more difficult for the both of us to the point of it is not at all effective. Yeah, does anyone here have Scarlet that they could trade that dude the version exclusives for? Because, yeah, this is why I specifically did say not doing that dude. I tried telling you. It doesn't work well. It is very ineffective. See, look at that now. It's like, yeah, you probably left, and it's like, now we're actually getting spawns. It is not at all effective. Yeah. Again, guys, if you haven't done so already, thank you very much for popping in, Gator. Again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Oh, well, right now, we're just hunting for, like, the rest of the exclusives I need, and I finished the Larvitar family, reclaimed my shiny Knackle that I failed like half a year ago, and now we're just kind of hunting everything. And now we're just kind of hunting the rest of the stuff, because we're doing the shiny living dex. So we don't really have anything super nailed down. But yeah, that dude, you're going to have to leave the Union Circle if you want to trade with someone else that's not in the Union Circle. So that is probably the best thing to do, would be to hop out of the Union Circle. Come on, give me shiny Shroomish, though. Give me my shiny Shroomish. Oh, yeah, right, there's also you, Tropius Fruitbird. Tropius Fruit... Oh, right, Fungus also can be shiny around here. That's not going to be an easy one to spot. Oh, Deerling also can be shiny here, because, like, even more shiny Deerling. We'll just continue the infinite chain of shiny Deerling. At this point, we have 12 shiny Deerling, for those who have been keeping score. 12 shiny Deerling. I, for one, am getting tired of them. But it's just funny to see. But now, give me my shiny little Shroomy. Give me my shiny little Shroom head. Tandem Mouse, you can screw off. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm hunting a lot of things. I'm not just exclusively hunting for flying things. I already said I'm not hunting those flying type shinies. I've made that very clear. I'm not doing those. I have other plans for the flying type shiny hunts. Hey, there's the shroomies. There's the shroom heads. There's the shroom heads, but not shiny shroom heads. Oh yeah, Leafeon can also appear around here. Yeah, not looking forward to the eventual full Eevee family shiny hunt that I'm gonna have to do. That's gonna be a nightmare. That is going to be an absolute horror show when it comes to having to get all of those. Because there's just, we need so many Eevee. We're gonna need so many of them. Let's get some shiny hunting the rest of the things. Yeah, ground sandwich, there's a lot of things. We need a lot of stuff as well. We don't need the Deerling, which is my big worry, because Deerling is freaking everywhere. Yes, Gashon is a very good defensive Pokemon. Leafeon, Glaceon, the other wild. Yeah, no, I'm just, what I'm going to be doing is I'm probably going to be Masuda breeding Eevee. Or, I'm going to hunt that in Let's Go. I'm going to do the coward's way out and do Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu to get my shiny Eevee. Or Masuda hunting it. I will do the coward's way. Because it might be the coward's way out. But I do like preserving what little remains of my sanity. Which I don't think anyone can fault me wanting to preserve my sanity. Exactly. Exactly. It is do whatever works. Do whatever has to do to work. To get those shinies completed. I do though wonder what's gonna be more painful. Shiny hunting Eevee, the entire Eevee family, or shiny hunting Poipole. Because like, the Poipole shiny hunt scares me. That full odds, soft reset Poipole shiny hunt, it terrifies me. I love Poipole, and I've been waiting years, I've literally waited years to shiny hunt Poipole. But that is a hunt that is terrifying me. Let's go behind this. Yeah. Let's go would probably be faster. So the other thing is, I'm not super like I generally like trying to get my shinies all in luxury balls, but I'm also practicality, so I'm willing to bend that rule when it comes to Eevee. Because I don't really have plans to end up using Eevee competitively, so it's not like I need to have them in luxury balls for thematic appropriateness. Which is more so my big worries. Like, I like having everything for luxury balls when I'm using competitive shinies. I like the consistency. The matching aesthetic. His name in-game is Asher. So you're gonna look for someone named Asher when you connect with him for the trades. Give me my shiny game. I mean, you're already ahead on shinies for today game. 5 shinies, 4 sandwiches so far. So, like, you're doing okay. But I would appreciate another shiny today. I would heavily appreciate another shiny. I know, but he's asking for what's your name in the game. That's what I was saying, Asher. That's what I was saying, that dude. Come on, give me my shiny. Give me my shiny, but don't give me a shiny Deerling. I don't want shiny Deerling. I want a different... I think that, honestly, I have had more shiny Deerling than I've had actual shinies of the Blissey family. Despite the fact that the Blissey family is the one that sticks out to me as being the shiny I have gotten the most of. So it's kind of funny. I look forward to the more Deerling shinies just because it's funny when I get them. Not like with Let's Go where I have to break my shiny catch combo chain for it. Which that's not fun to do. It's not fun breaking my catch combo for another shiny Chansey. Which worries me when I have to shiny hunt Happiny. But I still need one more for that family. Because I have not escaped the shiny Blissey family yet. Funny thing, the Arceus we know is not actually Arceus. And yes, his name is pronounced Arceus. Because that's the whole reason why the Arceus system ability is what Silvally has. It's a reference to the name of the Pokemon. Because yeah, Arceus is one of the few Pokemon who have officially undergone a name pronunciation change. For reasons. And that is all I will elaborate on when it comes to reasons. Ah, yes, it's silly when stuff like that happens. It's like, yeah, real life stuff makes name changes. Come on, Breloom, give me my shiny Shroomish already. I need another shiny Shroomish. I just need one more shiny Shroomish. Well, Happiny, I'm just gonna Masuda hunt that one. I'm just gonna Masuda that one. Or, you know, hunt it in, like, BDSP or something like that. I'm not gonna Overworld hunt it. But I don't want to risk spawn interference in the Chansey family. Yep, that's exactly correct, Toxic. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I just kind of find amusing when, like, the names change officially. I really wish the rain would go away, though, because it is kind of slowing the game down. I wish it would go away. Well, that dude, you didn't get the Great Tusk from the raid event a while back? Like, the raid event for the Great Tusk was, like, a few days ago. Did you not get Great Tusk from that, or did you not catch it? Does that much end off already? No, we've still got, like, 20 minutes left. Why are we not getting any grass types, unless the grass types aren't over here? But there's still grass types over here. You could join the Terra raids from the other game in the raid feed. You could go into the Terra raid search system and find Great Tusk Terra raids. That's how I got Iron Leaves in my Scarlet version. Yeah, it doesn't prevent you from joining raids from the other game. That's how I actually got a number of version exclusives, was just I did the Terra raids for them when I saw they were in the raid feed. That dude, we mentioned this last time when it was the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves raids. Yeah, that's what I've always done when it came to the version. It was like, okay, I'll just join raids. Wait, Shroomish! Shiny Shroomish! I knew I saw the red spots! It's the happy little shrooms! Happy little shroomy thing! Midnight's gonna be happy. I am so glad that I got this and I didn't get another Deerling. Like, the thing is, we got 2 mushroom things. We got the shiny, we got the rock, we got the salt mushroom. And now we got the actual mushroom. Tiny little Sporkle. I love how angry it looks. It's just angry face. Happy little angry shroom. Not marked, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. We got it. Shroomish is very fun. I like it. I am also a fan of Shroomish. We do indeed love the Shroomish. No, get away. Get away. Just because I'm happy I found the Shroomish doesn't mean I want to fight more. I want to get shinies of other things. Okay. Okay. With that, we're gonna go to Route 1. And we're gonna start hunting for Hoppip shinies here. So that way we can get the Hoppip, because we still need more Hoppip shinies. We still need more shiny Hoppips. We need 2 more shiny Hoppip. Today has been a good day for our shinies. It took us a while to get the luck started, but the luck has been turning around. The luck has been very turning around. But I think this is actually going to be our last sandwich. So we are going to go on a raid after this sandwich. Oh, this is freaking Hoppip Central. This is Hoppip Central. Ideal Hoppip hunting location. So many shiny Hoppip. Well, so many shiny potential Hoppip spawns. Yeah. Look at all the Hoppip. So many potential shiny spawns. What would Sly definitely not do? Except a shiny male Sprigatito? Especially during a shiny race. So is Sly doing a shiny race right now? Or is he not doing a shiny race right now? Or is he just, like, not shiny hunting right now? What is Sly Boom Man guy doing? Sly Man Boom guy. Come on, Hoppip. I know you want to give me the shiny. We got our shiny Shroomish. I know you want to give me your shiny Shroom. I know you want to give me the shiny Hoppip. I know you want to give me that shiny Hoppip. There we go. Especially during the shiny race. Yeah, Shroomish is a happy, fun thing. Shroomish is a happy bean. So let all the stuff spawn in. He's doing a little search roundabout. In and around the place. I'll be there with you. We gotta listen to Roundabout again later. There's a lot of fun we gotta listen to. I'm talking about what he had the food in those. Oh, okay. Shroomish is not happy. He's always grumpy. I mean, it doesn't have arms. So you can kind of understand the grump. You can understand why it is Grump Shroom. It amuses me, though. The Grumpy Shroom amuses me. And then it turns into the Punchy Mushroom. And then it turns into Punchy Mushroom Kangaroo. Which is just which is 17 different levels of terrifying. Also, well, no, Shu just means it's not appearing as a shiny. Shu doesn't mean it's being annoying to get, it just means it's a shiny that's going over odds. Shus are only annoying over odds shiny hunts, not generally applicable insults to things that don't want to be sparkling. I'm not things that don't want to be doing their thing. Like, Ho-Oh was a Shu. Ho-Oh was properly a Shu. I was called Bernoon Kangish. That's a new one. That's a new one. Okay, that dude, you don't need to keep messaging the guy. He may or may not have the thing. Could also be in the middle of getting it, so calm down a little. Oh yeah, we had a lot of shiny luck so far. We got the entire Larvitar family. We got frickin' reclaimed our shiny Knackle that we failed over half a year ago. And we got a shiny Cartcoal. We're closing out on our final sandwich, just looking for shiny Hoppip, and we also got a shiny Shroomish. So, like, we're doing good. The luck has been with us. Again, yeah, we got the shiny Ho-Oh. I haven't gotten around to posting the whole video for the shiny Ho-Oh reaction, but we do have the shiny Ho-Oh. It's like, now that we've broken the curse of the Froakie, again, 5.5 times odds for the shiny Froakie. Now that that curse is broken, all the luck in the world is happening. All of the luck in the world is finally smiling on us. Finish the game, I'm backlog. What games? I did not play either of them. I am average height, if not slightly below average height, 5'4", and I never really enjoyed playing sports. Ice skating is fun, but ice skating with hockey sounds terrifying, because I'm not Canadian. Never played Helltaker. Never played it. But again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Yeah, for context on games I've never played a Mario game. We're working on playing some Legend of Zelda games blind, for the first time, having never played them before. That's fun. Probably my first Mario game is going to be Super Mario Odyssey. Probably. But yeah, I've been trying to experiment and branch out with games. Like, for a solid, I would say, decade, the only games that I played was, like, Pokemon. And then, gradually as time went on, played, some Call of Duty Zombies. And then it was, like, only within the past few years have I, like, started playing Legend of Zelda. The last few years, as in, like, last 5 years. Legend of Zelda with Breath of the Wild, Skyward Sword, Kirby, at about a year after that, and then Metroid. About 2 years ago, started playing Metroid. So I'm slowly branching out into new game series I haven't played before. I don't know. Have you caught the Koraidon yet? Yeah, that's called a touch trade. New 2D Mario game. I didn't actually see the entire direct. I just saw the Pokemon thing and then a bit of the Sonic trailer. I was like, okay, I gotta start streaming. And I just didn't go back because nothing else that I saw of the names looked to stand out for me. Aside from Pikmin 3, I'm not Pikmin 3, Pikmin 4, which Pikmin 4 looks fun. Because I've played Pikmin. I played Pikmin 3, so again, branching out with franchises. Zombies was good stuff at Max. Real question. What's your favorite Zombies map? Ooh, tough question for favorite Zombies map. It's either Garad or Drizendra. But I'm also a very big fan of Zetsubo. Like, most people I know will insta-default to saying Origins or Mob. I respectfully disagree. I think Origins has some main problems in the mud. It is very hard to play a casual game of Origins, because every time I play Origins, I always find myself falling into the beats of upgrading the staves and basically just doing the Easter egg. You know, just doing everything is very, very, very difficult. It's very tedious to do a lot of things. It takes like over half an hour to set up. In that time, I can go to round like 25. Well, not 20. I can go to like round 20 on the Giant in the time it takes me to just get Pack-a-Punch open on Origins. Origins is a great map. Love the map. But it is not my favorite one to play. Mob, I think Mob is too easy. Mob is way too easy. That's why I love Zetsubo. Because I'm a big fan of that whole idea of this is a zombies map that is like Origins, in that there's a lot of mechanics similar to Origins, but not as many things that just slow you down and are a little bit tedious, and you could have a more casual game of it. But it strips away everything you're comfortable with. You gotta get comfortable with, like, using the not good wall guns. You gotta get comfortable with not, having Jug immediately. You gotta get comfortable with a lot of these things that we as players are used to having. And I think I might have had, I know I had a little bit more easier of a time adjusting to Zetsubo than a lot of people. Because the way I played Origins was, I played Origins going until, like, round 6 with no Jug. So I was used to going with no Jug for a long time and basically relying on knifing till round 4. So it was like, oh, it's just like the same thing, but I can have a more casual game of it. Fun. Members of the Rook, Call of the Dead 5. I've never played Call of the Dead, and I've never played Die Rise. You need to stand up Origins and at least one upgrade. Yeah, like Origins is a game where you can't really have a casual game of it. It's a very hard game to have a casual playthrough of it. It's a great map. Like Origins solo is not as fun. Origins with, like, at least one other person, it is a fantastic time. But you really need the other person. And, like, Mob is a really cool game, is a really cool map, but 100 to 100 rounds no jug challenge and dying on 65. Well, the thing is, if you're doing a no jug challenge, that's different than doing the Easter egg, Cherry. There's a difference between a high round attempt no jug, which high round attempt no jug on Mob is a joke. But no jug on high round attempt is different than just Easter egg setup rounds, because it's different setup. It's different, like, brain lines. But also high round attempts are basically a joke these days with, like, the secondary Pack-a-Punch upgrades and the death machine being changed. Yes, I have the shiny charm. I have a world record on Cold War. Fun. Nice. I never played Cold War. I wasn't a fan of the ending of Black Ops 4 Zombies, and I was like, okay, I am not playing this anymore. You can't... Blundell, you did so well with everything. How can you screw up this badly? Yeah, I was a big fan of Zetsubo. It was very fun. Never happened. What do you want? Exactly, Cherry. What's this Black Ops 4 you're talking about? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. There's only Black Ops. There's only Black Ops 3. There is nothing beyond Revelations. Revelations is a neat idea for a map. I just find it funny that at high rounds, the Furies actually cause the game to crash. It's like, you didn't realize these reflective metallic-y guys that use so much, like, hardware power to render, on high rounds when they spawn in massive numbers can literally crash the game. Yeah. Like, I will say, though, saying Revelations is the worst map on Black Ops 3... that's still kind of not much of an insult, considering all the maps on Black Ops 3 are really, really damn good. Like, Shadows of Evil isn't a bad map. It's like Origins in that it does take a lot of setup to do, but it's a much faster setup than Origins. But it's a great game. It's not my like favorite map, but it's one that I can definitely enjoy playing. Like I used to go play it. Shadows of Masterpiece, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is like Shadows of Evil is probably my least favorite of the maps in Black Ops 3, but it's like even then it's not a bad map. So it's like even saying Rev is the worst isn't saying much because it's just under that for me. And it's like yeah, even then I still enjoy it. So like the best way of saying is like even at its worst, I still enjoy all of Black Ops 3. The only thing that holds back a Black Ops 2 for me is there is something about every single one of the maps I don't like. Mob is too easy. Origins is too hard to have a casual game. Transit's Transit. Buried is too easy to get points. And I have never played Die Rise. Also, there's Nuketown. Nuketown Zombies just sucks. Nuketown just sucks. I don't like Rev because how inconsistent FPS and there's no original. That's true. Yeah. I was meaning in like games. I was meaning in maps to play. Man, it's an amazing map. If you know. Yeah. Like Transit's a map where it's fun to screw around on, but trying to have a coherent game on Transit is not exactly great. It had its issues. Wait, what is water type? The only issue I have with Nuketown is you can get your jug early, or you can get your jug on literally round 25. It's the inconsistency of the perks and the Pack-a-Punch. He's like, yeah, double tap's good, but I don't need it round 4. Yeah, I mean, you can see that in a way, but for me, it's like, I like the consistency, I guess, more it is for me. I would go and just screw around on Nuketown Zombies a lot of the time, but also, like, I just enjoyed playing, like, an actual map. Which is why, like, I would generally just go and load up Der Eisendrache. From Black Ops 2. From Black 2. Fun. I almost said Black Ops 2. Like, oh, Chugga Conroy, Black Ops 2. No, that's not a thing. But I think this is a fantastic place to end off, everyone. We had an amazing stream today. Like 6 shinies. Oh, great. YouTube's having an aneurysm right now. It's not letting me go on to the actual thing. There it is. Yeah. DE is, like, my favorite thing to do a casual game on. You know, it's like Origins in that there's all kinds of crazy stuff you can do, but it's also small and self-contained enough that you can just have a casual, fun playthrough of it. You know, you can go on, you set up your Pack-a-Punch, you know, fairly quickly, and then, you know, you go and do your stuff. Let's go find someone to raid. Let's go find someone to raid, though. We haven't raided Aurelius before, so let's go raid them. He's doing some shiny Gimmighoul Terra raid hunts. So let's go raid Aurelius. Baby's first Origins. My first map was actually Origins. Maybe that's like the reason why I don't really have as high of an opinion of Origins as other people do. Is like, I have like inverse nostalgia. Where it's like, I'm never overly attached to like the first part of a series that I experience. It's very weird. But I'll see you guys next time. Let's rock. Let's roll out. Because